And we're off and running. I want to say good morning to everybody that has the trout flu. It is spreading across America.
The trout flu.
Fuck the swine flu, man. It's all about the trout flu.
The trout.
Even Dr. Steve, he writes me yesterday, he goes, God damn it, that Bob Kelly. Now everybody across the country is blaming Bob Kelly if they're sick.
For the trout flu.
Yeah, Dr. Steve goes, damn Bob Kelly, I got the trout flu down here in Atlanta now.
And then Bob Kelly was on Twitter saying it wasn't him.
Yeah, with his doctor.
And I didn't do it, dude. It wasn't me, dude.
Really?
Well,
I'm sick.
you're the one that got everybody sick.
We were trout fishing, fly fishing. I got sick. Bobby, you got sick. I brought the sickness back to the studio. Bill Burr got sick. Anthony got sick. Dr. Steve in Atlanta got sick. I hear Coke Logic has the sniffles. Up there in Chicago.
Trout flu. Yeah, he says, fucking shithead, I didn't get Anthony sick. Being up 3 days drinking helped. Bobby, being up 3 days drinking has never gotten me a cold.
Is he suggesting you got the Guinness flu?
Yeah, the Guinness.
A little of the Guinness flu?
The Guinness flu.
If you're sick, and I know there's a bunch of you out there, please tweet Robert Kelly. It's Robert Kelly fans.
Yeah.
And blame him for being sick and call it the trout flu.
Trout flu.
It is the trout flu that Bobby started, and it's sweeping across America.
Have a little brandy. You sweat it out. Sweat it out. A little brandy.
Little brandy? Really?
A little brandy.
How about a little of everything?
That son of a bitch set up pop.
Yesterday, I had to get scoped. A lot of people thought I had to get my hiney scoped.
No, the other end.
That was voluntary.
No.
That happened when you didn't realize it.
That's what I was just saying to you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, after this whole experience with propofol for the first time, you got to think doctors are doing some really outrageous things if they get the right people in that room.
You're right. You get the right girl in there or something. You want to take a peek.
You got to get the right combination. You got to get the doctor and the helpers, whatever they're called.
Man.
You got to all be on the same page, and then, man, it is a party in that operating room.
It's just a big legal roofie.
Because I was telling Anthony, I was a little nervous to go under, just to get scoped. Everything turned out all right. I got a very irritated vocal cord, hence the very nice raspy voice you get to hear every morning.
What's it from? Is it from
The acid reflux.
Oh, it is, okay.
Just, slamming off my vocal cords. But my symptoms are way the F down now that going to a doctor is a good thing. It's kind of weird, but if you go to a doctor, he kind of knows how to take care of things that you've been suffering with for a decade. A decade. So I go to the GI doctor, quick prescription, and then a little thing down my throat, and I'm good to go now.
A little peek. They took a little peek, made sure everything was nice.
A little peek. Everything looks kind of like pink sockish.
Yeah, that's.
And then there was one.
If they're pink socking and your esophagus is coming out your ass, wow.
Yeah, it's a large gentleman.
That certainly is.
And then there was one picture with a lot of green stuff. And that was my stomach. They're like, that's totally normal. That's just your bile.
Oh, that's all the gook in there that makes things dissolve.
It's weird
turn into shit.
It's stuff your friends have to deal with.
Yeah. It's weird to see. It's weird to see the bile where it's supposed to be instead of like in the toilet when you're dry heaving. Right. It's nice to see where it's just supposed to just be sitting
in a nice
in
little
your stomach.
fleshy package.
Yeah, exactly. But this propofol, I was telling Anthony, I was a little nervous, and they're like, it's no big deal, especially because you're getting, a throat scope.
Yep.
If you go in the hiney, then they I guess, knock you out longer. I don't know. I've never had the hiney thing. I've had a lot of fingers up there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. A lot
Better
of
man
fingers.
than me.
A lot of fingers. I'm up to 5.
Dude, I'm ashamed. I could take a quarter inch of purple dick before I had to run to the toilet and fart. It's humiliating. I let everyone down.
You certainly do. You haven't had the prostate exam?
Not like that. I've had the finger. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
that
that's
seems
right.
like it'll be a little deeper than
It is, but it's different.
It's different.
I know I'm going to get hard and come when that happens.
He's kissing you on the neck at the time.
Yeah, he's yelling, "Bad boy."
I don't know how people get hard and come with a finger up their ass. But, it just, no. Fucking, it was so fucking uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Unfucking comfortable. So the propofol yesterday, All I remember is the doctor, he's talking to me, and I'm on my side. He goes, all right, go on your side. And he goes, bite down on this thing so you don't break your teeth.
It was his cock.
Smells like sweat, Doc.
And I remember I'm on my side. I'm like, they better prop my back up because if they're knocking me out, I'm not going to be able to stabilize here. That was one of my last thoughts. Then I hear behind me as I'm having small talk with the doctor, enjoy your sleep. And just before they said enjoy your sleep, I thought I felt some kind of warm sensation. And then they said,
They're pissing on you.
Yeah, exactly. It's a bunch of Indian guys yelling "White Devil," tinkling on you.
I didn't have 5 fingers all at once, Kevin from Connecticut.
Oh, you got to say
Fuck.
that.
No.
Hell fucking
Gotta
no.
make you a trooper.
5 index fingers. Individually put.
That's right.
One after another.
5 judgmental people at one time
all
around,
at once.
separating those boyish cheeks.
Everyone's saying 5 fingers at once? Holy God. No, Jared. So then I hear, enjoy your sleep. And then the timeline of my life, Greg Opie Hughes, it went, enjoy your sleep, and then you're in recovery.
Yeah, you
What
just
the
wake up.
fuck?
It's like magic.
That's a time machine.
It is a time machine.
We have discovered the time machine.
You were in stasis.
The future is here. We've discovered the time machine.
Yeah.
Because imagine if all of a sudden you're at an airport. Fuck the airport. A doctor comes to your house,
Yeah.
gives you the propofol in your bed, and now they do all this mumbo jumbo stuff, and they get you to L.A., let's say. And then they wake you up on the propofol. You wake up. What are you thinking?
It was instantaneous.
You're
The
thinking
trip-
time machine.
Right. The trip would have, to you, seemed instantaneous.
And if the doctor's good with some hocus pocus stuff, like, okay, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, you're going to be in L.A. 3, 2, 1, poof, they hit you with the propofol, poof, you wake up.
You wake up, be like, hey.
Wouldn't you
wait,
think
I'm
that's a time machine?
I'm in L.A.? Yeah. It's like, where am I? L.A. Wait, but I just was in New York.
Right.
Yup.
And then the doctor showed me pictures of my throat, and I'm like, when did all this fucking happen?
Oh.
What happened?
How the hell did this happen?
And tell me you didn't touch me. I would never
Yeah.
know. That's creepy.
Scope in your throat, a big load of jizz is still just running down it. Ooh, don't pay no attention to that. That's some type of fluid that.
There's a big busty woman in there, let's say, and
Yeah.
she's on the propofol, and everyone is in agreement in the room. You're not undoing the blouse.
You gotta take a squeeze.
You got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
These doctors with the propofol have way too much power.
Yeah.
So that was my afternoon.
And that's what Michael Jackson got?
Yeah.
You got that? That was-
I tweeted, I'm like, I kind of understand the Michael Jackson thing.
Wow, right?
I don't condone it, obviously, but I understand.
But I understand.
Kind of like that Chris Rock line, but I
Yep.
understand.
But I understand.
Why wouldn't you? For real, why
sounds
wouldn't
great.
you?
Sounds fantastic.
Plus, no hangover. Nothing.
Yeah, you're
I actually felt really rested for the first time in months.
well rested. That's going to be it. Opie's going to be getting this stuff. Some fucking doctor's going to be up there
Yeah, this is not a good commercial for propofol.
giving you IVs.
I gotta tell you, it was terrific.
Yeah.
So that was.
Time machine.
That's why we had to kind of end early yesterday. I couldn't eat or drink. You know the deal. You can't eat or drink for 12 hours. I went home after the show. I had like an hour to kill, so I took a nap. My mouth was so dry. I thought my tongue was starting to dry out. That's how fucking dry I was. Because like you're doing with the Dayquil and all that shit.
Yeah.
I'm on the Sudafed and all that crap to dry me out to begin with. And then they tell you can't drink anything for 12 hours. I was so fucking dry yesterday.
Yeah, they give you those rules.
Stupid rules,
I
right?
guess they don't want you puking in your
Well, my doctor's like, you know what?
drug-induced sleep.
You know what? He goes, you could add a little coffee.
Could have had something. You want a cracker?
You could add some coffee. That was the worst.
A cracker.
You don't realize how addicted to coffee you are then when you have to like stop for one day. My fucking
Yeah.
coffee headache yesterday was ridiculous.
Yeah, you're crazy with the coffee.
No,
You
not
need it.
anymore. I'm down to like maybe 2 cups a day now.
Yeah, but you have
when
to
we
have
first
some.
started, you know the deal. I got you addicted.
Oh, I know. It was crazy.
We did what, 2 pots a night,
Yeah.
and then we did some coffee.
Like, no, it was insanity. Just strung out.
I
on
forced
coffee.
Anthony. I'm like, hey, man, if we're going to be doing radio together, you got to drink coffee. How do you take it? And I don't think Anthony ever had coffee before.
No.
Next thing you know, he's just chugging it down with everybody else.
Like a lot of sugar and a lot of milk. I want like a milkshake.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
chug it down real quick.
So, and how you feeling, Ant?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's stuffy, but
You sound
what are you gonna
stuffy.
do? Yeah, I know. Look.
It's the trout flu.
Yeah, I should blow my nose at some point, but it's such a pain in the ass.
Yeah, and your
Blowing
friends.
your nose is a bit.
Where does
Blowing your nose is just a hassle.
all that fluid come from?
I don't know. Your
When you
mucus,
get a good, like, just-
mucus membrane, your
Yeah.
sinuses.
The body creates mucus to counteract a buildup of dust in the nasal hairs.
I have to actually I'll
surrounding
wait,
the nasal areas.
and then I'll go to the bathroom and blow my nose because I need a mirror.
Ew, why?
well, you know where your nose is.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
I know,
Creep.
but I really need to look to see if everything's clean. I gotta then take a tissue and make a little reamer out of it and get up there and go to like twist it around and then you pull it out slow and because if you pull it out too fast it'll snap back like a rubber band. You gotta pull out slow and kind of get that last bit to snap out of your nose and
You think too much.
no, I gotta get that
blow
shit
your
out of
nose.
there. I gotta get it out of there.
Exactly.
No, I'll wait for a break. I gotta get it out of there.
You want to do snot rockets?
No, ew.
Jimmy, you want to do a snot rocket?
I've never been good at them. I wind up just getting a delicious snack.
I think I probably said it a couple times on the show, and I apologize if I had. But Bill Madden taught me the art of the snot rocket when we were playing basketball.
Dude,
The
that
fucking
is so
guy-
disgusting.
The fucking guy ruled. We'd be running up the court, and he would just like turn toward the sideline with his fucking nose and just hold one nostril and blow. And this shit would just go flying.
I've seen it on job sites many, many times.
Yeah, but while you're playing a basketball game?
Yeah, I know. That's kind of inside. There's
Right.
like what, right on the fucking wood floor?
Yes.
Oh, what a disgusting. Ugh.
He would run up the sideline, so he was nice enough to keep it off the court and then just turn and blow.
Ugh.
And I was like, God damn. That was the first time I ever knew you could do that. I'm like, right on. I'm going to start doing that shit.
Disgusting.
So,
I just was, God, I was getting so annoyed. Just watching TV yesterday, you know?
yeah.
Just laying around watching TV. And I had brought up, I don't know, about a month ago, that stupid Sally Field Brittle Bone Boniva commercial.
Oh, yeah.
Old graham cracker bones.
Oh, yeah.
and I could give a shit. I have this one body and this one life. And all right with your fucking Boniva. We get it. But now that is taken over with I hit the fucking wall and could give a flying fuck Jamie Lee Curtis.
What?
With that goddamn haircut of hers and the gray. She decided, you know, it was cute in Trading Places. She had the little pixie haircut when she took the wig off. It was the prostitute, you know, and she had great tits and everything like that in that movie.
She was also in
fantastic
the
tits.
movie My Girl, which
Yes.
just happened to be on this weekend, with Lil Macaulay Culkin.
Little Macaulay Culkin
Dying of
he gets
fucking
stung
bee
by the
stings.
bees and dies.
Is that what he died of?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's in a
at
coffin.
that.
I'm like, wow, this is a terrific movie for the kids.
Just like Rachel Maddow.
Now that's from True
Lies.
True Lies, which is later in her career.
She looks good
But
there.
she looks
You know
good.
what? No, she doesn't.
Yeah, she
She
does.
looks
No,
all right.
she
They
doesn't.
did some trickery.
That's not her body, I don't think.
That's not her ass.
That is her, but they
Not from
they-
behind. You can see the haircut is different.
They lit it.
That's a stunt ass. That's the only shot of her they're
Stunt ass?
showing. When she turns around, it's a completely different
That's
person.
her.
Yeah, that's definitely her because you can see her face
Now
now.
that's her.
She looks good.
She's all right.
I hated this, though, the way she didn't know it was Arnold's voice
I
while he
know.
sat there. I was like, oh, shut up.
I never.
How dumb.
No dance for me.
And now that's not her.
Now
Stunt
dance for me. She doesn't know it's him.
And that's not her.
She's married to him. He's an Austrian. He's 5 feet away.
Yeah.
And he's using a voice mechanism. They're using 9/11, man.
Man,
Although her boobies in Trading Places was fine.
her tits in Trading Places
Very
were
nice.
stunning.
Yeah, but I was never a fan of her.
I
So-
wasn't either, but
What-
she decided at some point, fuck it.
To have a big clip.
She just said, fuck it.
Yeah.
She said, fuck it.
Hermaphrodite, right?
And-
Possibly.
And now she's doing that Activia, I guess, where you know women need to shit, so they eat yogurt and take a dump. Now that seems to be it,
Right.
And she can't fucking get enough of sitting on a couch with some other babbling fucking housewife talking about eating yogurt and shitting with her gray fucking pixie cut. Look at those! Look at those tits.
They are
Look
fine,
at 'em.
man.
Phenomenal.
Great big juicy tits.
I mean,
Were you ever a fan of the?
Understand that's an old movie, but for God, dye your hair.
It's almost 30 years ago, Ian.
Is it?
Yeah.
Really?
It's 27 years ago.
Were you ever a fan of
Well, suck it up.
the panties that went way up on the side? Not
On the
not,
hip? I
not-
understand.
Not grandma panties, but the small. It's still small panties, but
Yeah, high cut on the
what
hip.
are they called, a French cut or something?
Yeah.
Went above the hip.
Yeah, I kind of liked those. I went
You
through
were
a
a fan of
phase
that?
where I liked that because it showed a lot of the leg and side buttock.
Well, it made the short stubby girls look like they have long legs.
Yes, exactly. Made them look like they had longer
There was
legs.
a bunch
when
of
they
trickery going
didn't.
on.
Some shenanigans. But
So she's eating yogurt and talking about
now
shitting.
every 2 seconds she's on that fucking television talking about, and she's so interested in the women that are just like, well, I started eating the yogurt, and she goes, from my commercials, and she goes, well, my mother told me about it, and then she makes a face like, oh, really? Oh, like she's interested in this woman shitting from eating yogurt. Annoying as piss. Annoying as piss.
More importantly, do you do a little Activia in the morning?
No.
Oh, that shit will
You do not eat Activia.
hell fucking yeah.
No, you don't. You eat this stuff? Look at her. Look at her now.
It's just a yogurt that fucking keeps things a moving.
She sits on that. I want to take a shit couch.
That is a green couch.
Oh. And she's so proud of her fucking Activia yogurt.
You know, she's so proud of her gray hair, but if she dyed it, she would probably look just like she did 20 years ago.
Yeah. Cause
Her face hasn't
isn't
really
bad.
aged that much.
No.
But then you see the gray hair and you go, okay, she's an old woman now.
And she did this thing where she said, I'm tired of fucking having to make other people happy by the way I look. I'm happy enough with this, which is fine and everything. But then that's all the only parts she's getting is, hey, women, you could shit with yogurt.
Gotta try that Activia. Jim, you should try it.
I
That's
don't-
something you should try.
I don't know if I would
They have
like
some
it.
terrific flavors, too.
Really?
Vanilla's nice.
I don't like the fact you're trying to drag me into your old lady culture, so you're not the only one who's taking old lady yogurt to make a doo-doo.
No wonder you're
actually
in there
find-
fucking 5 times in the morning
Yeah.
laying out rope.
Oh, yeah. I gotta lay out my rope
Are they
every
big logs
morning.
at least?
Oh, boy.
Really?
I was dropping boulders the other night.
Oh,
Because, with this trout flu drying everything up, it dries
Yeah.
everything up and makes it a little harder to go to the...
Jamie Lee Curtis leaving chocolate Mr. Softies in the bottom of her bowl.
Let's just...
Just whipping him around.
You know the type of soft shit that piles up?
Piles up like a dog. I don't know how a dog is able to do that.
Then it pops out of the water and then bloody hell.
Nothing better than watching a
Bloody
dog
hell.
with those rear legs shaking, and he's looking at you with the tongue going, trying to take a dump. And he's like moving around a little bit like a crab sideways, and his legs are shaking, his tail's up. I got shit.
You could tell he's embarrassed.
Oh, of course he is.
Just
He's
completely
outside
embarrassed.
in front of everybody.
Well, we're just getting started. We're going to get into the Letterman stuff because this story just is, wow, it's just terrific. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Well,
and I also
apparently
want
people can't get enough of it.
and we're not really sure, but we think the virus is going to be making another appearance today.
I heard some of the virus. Wow.
Yeah, the
That's
virus.
what this show needed, was like a character.
Well, it's kind of part of Jocktober, I guess,
Jocktober.
because we're making fun of all these other radio shows, and they have these horrendous characters. So Sam grabbed E-Rock and made E-Rock come up with a character on the spot.
Yeah.
And Sam basically told E-Rock he has to be called the virus. He has to march into the studio, and he has to have a fake voice. And his whole thing is he's the virus, and he's infecting everybody with hilarity. The
It's
problem
amazing.
is he has a great setup to a lot of potential jokes, but no punchlines.
So there's no hilarity.
Oh, he
None.
spread nothing but boredom and rage.
Then we made Tank Hankeris come into the studio and drag the virus out, and of course,
In a stunning dual role? Wow.
for the regulars, you know who Tank Hankeris is. They're both played by
Yes.
E-Rock, which made it very, very funny. All right, so we're going to do that hopefully a little later.
Tank Hanker.
And also we'll be beating up another radio show because
They stink.
Because they stink, yes. Well, first, Letterman. God, we nailed it again. Letterman I think last Thursday went on TV and shocked everybody with the news of the extortion and the blackmail and the sex with staffers.
Dirty.
And then he said, well, this is about all I'm going to say on this.
Yeah.
And I said it Friday, and I said it yesterday. I'm like, there's no fucking way. He's got to continue. There's no way you do the type of show he does and not mention it, knowing that everyone's just thinking about it. And sure enough, yesterday he got right back into talking about what is going on in his life.
Great.
Yeah.
I bet the ratings through the roof.
Oh, my God, yeah.
What a scandal to have if you have a TV show. It's because people are going to tune in and watch.
I'm reading this as we were starting the show, and it's like the Halderman guy I think is fucked up, but the more you read, the more you're like, ugh. Like apparently, according to this, Dave was seeing her, and that was it. And they remained friends, and she stayed on staff.
Yeah.
And then the diary revealed that she was having this again. It says here that the diary revealed that she was having sex with Letterman while she was dating Halderman. So Halderman's reading this, and she even went to Montana last fall to hike with him, and left her boyfriend home. And he was worried, and she's like, "No, I'm Dave's best friend. That's all it is. We're friends. It's platonic."
And there was some fucking going on.
That's to me. And then I think they said that Letterman wanted her to stay on because she's a law graduate, so he offered her a job as his personal lawyer.
Oh boy!
And then she tried to get this guy to marry her, saying, "Look, I'm gonna make great money." To me, look, if you're dating somebody,
I had no idea that this guy's agenda was now as the scorned lover.
It's much more revenge, probably money too, but that's more like you can't kill the guy. What are you going to do?
Wow.
But to me, he was stupid because if your girlfriend is going away with her ex-boyfriend, you have to dump her. You have to dump her.
Yeah, it's almost
shenanigans.
I think it's almost impossible to be friends with your ex.
Yeah.
It's almost impossible for
without
real.
some type of sexual energy there, or
I'm friends with one of my exes with no sexual energy.
I have no.
What's his name? Who? That was that.
Well, what are you trying to say? That I'm gay?
That you're a homo.
Oh, Donald, but it wasn't Donald when I knew.
Oh, okay.
It was Manda.
Thanks for protecting me, Jimmy.
Very welcome. Everybody knows that. It's not a big secret anyway. You were never a boyfriend.
I always thought I was.
No, not at all. You were just my face fuck friend.
Face fuck.
Like Facebook?
God, there is.
What's worse than being face fucked by a large gentleman against your will?
Nothing.
I agree.
I have no desire to talk to any of my exes. None. Maybe my first girlfriend in college.
Yeah.
Yeah, she lives in Utica and she has 4 kids, and I remember her as a cute little thing.
I
remember her as a 19 or 20-year-old, and now I think she's in her 40s.
You'd be gravely disappointed.
Yeah. Just out of curiosity to see how her life went. Like, I don't pine over her, none of that shit.
Pining over her.
But just out of curiosity, because I think officially she was like my first love. See how her life went.
I think there's only one girl I would like to see just to rub it in her fucking face a little bit.
Oh, I have a few of those too.
Yeah.
I do have a few of those.
Because I remember
I have a bitch in Buffalo I would love to say hi to.
Dude, I remember a speech about what a piece of shit I am, always will be, which is true.
Yep.
I am quite a piece of shit, but at least, I have a car now. At that point, I'm like walking from the train station to our house.
You're such a piece of shit, though, that you're more piece of shit than person. You're like Mr. Peanut. You're just a giant log with a little hat and a mic in front of you.
Yes, and a monocle.
You're so much shit, there's not even 2 eyes. There's just one eye.
Just one eye. I'm a piece of shit.
Little teeny feet.
She laid into me once, and I think I said something stupid. This is so many years ago. I mean, I think I was 20 maybe 19, something like that. And I said something like, yeah, well, someday maybe I'll be driving by and see you, and I'll be wearing a suit and tie, and like that's the kind of job I know.
Ew, that was your idea of making it?
Yeah.
A suit and a tie?
Yeah,
you were
on
on
my
your
way to a funeral or a wedding.
Or on your way to fucking certain hard drive photos charges.
It's true. I think that now I get such a douchey chill.
Why? You and your fancy suit and tie?
And she even said, she goes, oh, you think that's making it, huh?
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think she was a little smarter and more mature than I was.
Why? What says success than a man driving by in a suit and tie?
I know.
Who drives by in their suit? It gets all wrinkled.
I was going to drive by and I'd see her and stop and go like, ha, well, I told you I'd be here.
That's right. You're nude underneath it, just your jacket and tie.
Yeah.
And you're jerking off.
My dick sticking out like where the thing buttons together, just the jacket, because I'm wearing no pants.
That's right. You got pre-cum on the front of your awful jacket.
But I have real shiny shoes on.
So you don't get glass on your feet when you jerk off in front of a school.
Jesus.
Yeah, so she gave me some of that crap. So I would like to bump into
Just rub it in a little bit.
into her and just
Hell yeah.
not even rub it in. Just hey, what are you doing? All right. Well, I've had this radio career for a few years now, and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But she probably knows.
This girl in
usually
Buffalo, she liked me, but she really wanted somebody with money, a lot of money.
Oh boy.
And she also thought like my radio job was cute.
Yeah.
That silly little thing that'll
yeah,
outgrow
radio.
someday.
Until
I was in my 20s, and she's like, "Oh yeah."
So you get a real job.
Until you get a real job.
Yeah.
And she didn't like the fact that I had no money, so it was really tough to, take her to nice restaurants and stuff. We would do like Red Lobster and fucking whatnot.
Ooh,
I could
fancy.
I could sort of afford that.
All right.
And every once in a while, I would get my money together to really try to, make her happy. God, if she only knew what the silly radio job turned into.
Yeah.
I wonder if she knows. I have no idea.
Yeah, you never
I
know
guess
if these people know.
I would assume she has to because we ended up doing very well in Buffalo. So maybe we'll have X Day.
X Day would be good. I'd have to try to dig this girl up, find her somewhere. It was that.
Can we all get an X to call this show?
It's actually that same girl that I had that problem with her father.
Oh, right.
Lisa girl.
Yeah. Feathered friend.
Told me fine feathered friend.
Right.
Listen here, my fine feathered friend. As I sat in the couch in the living room, cowering, because he was, obviously now I'm older than he was then, but like I was all scared of him. He was like the father, and I wanted to continue fucking his daughter. So I didn't want to ruin anything. I didn't want to be totally thrown out. So I'm just like, oh, I'm sorry. Again, I'm sorry. I should have said, fuck you, shut up. Your daughter's fucking like 19. She can do what she wants.
Hey,
Fuck for you.
Is this video going to go viral? This the cabbie and the pedicab guy going at it.
Fights are always fun.
This has to be going viral.
This is good. What happened? All right, the guy throws the guy in the pedal cab throws his coffee at the
cabbie.
The
cabbie says, "Fuck that!" He
His
gets out of
window.
his car,
So now the cabbie cuts him off.
and now he jumps out of the cab, and now they're squaring off. And then the pedicab made a mistake, allowing the cabbie to grab his leg.
Got his leg, gets him down right in the middle of traffic. They're in the middle of a
traffic.
midtown intersection.
The cabbie just threw a few punches here.
And the cabbie's got him completely pinned, though. He's
Good.
a grappler.
Yeah, he definitely knows a little something about fighting.
Hoist Gracie is driving a cab now.
Yeah, but he did go right for that fucking leg.
Yeah, he
Which
knew
was
what
smart.
he was doing.
Yeah,
The cabbie knew.
yeah.
The other
Now,
guy's
apparently
fine.
The news guy, the guy that's at the anchor desk, is that guy on the right
And he had to
that
have
broke it up.
and he had to have his shades on. Why?
Now, if that pedicab guy just threw a garbage pail in the middle of the intersection, if he had balls, he'd have thrown it right through the windshield of the cab.
Of course, and then the pedicab guy just takes off.
Pedals up. You can't look cool making your escape in one of those pedal cabs.
No, he's trying.
I hate those things.
That's so true.
They
I don't-
take up
I
too
didn't-
much room. They go too slow. Get out of my way.
I don't know who I hate more. I hate cabbies and I hate the pedal cab guys.
Yeah.
I think I hate the pedal cab guys more because cabbies at least get you where you got to go.
The cabbie, what a ballsy move, though, cutting right in front of him and getting out of his car.
That was great.
Because I'm sure he's probably going to catch some shit for that.
The best part of that fight, no charges. They both just said, you know what?
Yeah, they just left.
They just went on their merry way.
I bet the cabbie gets in trouble, though, for getting out of for doing that, first of all.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Cutting them off.
I'm sure they're both in trouble with their companies.
They said that the fucking cabbie was stunned though, and the other guy threw the fucking
The coffee, whatever.
no garbage can.
Oh, the garbage.
That
can.
takes it to another level. Like you're really trying to fucking brain somebody when you
That
throw
looked like after the fight was over, though.
Yeah,
like they broke it up.
You don't think he was really trying to hit him?
No,
Nah,
Yeah,
he's
he
just
kinda
fucking
missed.
around.
He's just being an idiot.
He's just, yeah.
I hate these pedal
'Cause he has a
cab
camera?
guys. I really do hate these pedal cab.
They are
things.
everywhere now.
I almost had a fist fight with one walking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was walking with my girlfriend one time,
It's a fucking bicycle rickshaw.
and he's fucking staring, like looking, like I'm walking right with her, but like a few steps behind her, so he didn't know. He starts talking to her, but like trying to talk to her. So look, I'm not confrontational, but I'm like fucking staring at him.
Yeah.
And he asked me why I'm staring at him, and I'm like, "What's my girlfriend?" He goes, "Well, I'm just asking if she wants to ride." I'm like, "No, you're not."
Yeah.
And then he started being a cunt about it. And then when he finally saw I wasn't going to back off, he's like, he just shook my hand and left. He's like, "All right, man," and that was it. So I was like, "What am I going to do?"
What an asshole,
Yeah,
though.
yeah, he was an asshole.
Yeah.
They get when you're driving in the city, they're constantly in your way in Midtown. They can't go fast enough because they're a fucking bicycle, and they're too wide. So even if they're all the way to the right or left, depending on which way the road's going, you can't get around them.
Yeah. I'm more upset with the Vespas. They are taking
Lot of
over.
Vespas.
They are taking over.
But at least they're
I don't know if it's
skinny,
happening
they
in
can
your
go
city, but
weave wherever the fuck they want.
fuck no. How about the guys that think they could, stay up to speed with you and they're right in front of you, right in the middle of the lane?
You're in the car. I got you. Yeah, get the fuck over.
I don't care if the Vespas are zigging and zagging in and out of traffic. I don't give a shit about any of that crap. Who cares? If you could do that, God bless you. But the ones that all of a sudden pull up to a red light right in front of you in the middle of the lane, and it takes them, 20 minutes to get up to speed in those dumb things?
There's so many annoying things.
The Vespas,
Fucking city.
they took over European cities years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Years and years ago. We're finally catching up. I mean, in another few years, you're going to see just, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds of Vespas on any given day.
Well, that's the United States' mission to become a third world country. It's great. We're well on our way. It's fantastic.
All right.
Yeah. So people on Vespas, little skinny cobblestone streets.
We're going to take our first break. Then we're going to clear the field and get into this Letterman stuff, the latest stuff. His
what happened?
monologue, Steve Martin was on,
Yeah.
making some funny. And we got Jocktober to do.
Oh, Jacktober.
I know you guys
can I
are-
at least get a little tease. What's the show
I
where
don't know. I don't know what we
Sam
got today.
always knows? Sam is the guy.
And I know there's not a lot of John and Kate fans out there, but this thing is getting ugly. And and it's following the same path that you once had to go down there, Ant.
Yeah.
You hear that he cleared out her bank account?
Yep. I heard that one.
I-
Bravo for him.
He cleared out their joint account, and the lawyers are demanding that he gives it back.
There you go. Fuck yourself.
But I think he doesn't have to do that.
How about he
took-
just says, go fuck yourself. You're not getting it back.
Maybe she shouldn't have been such a bitch.
And not for nothing, but before he took out that 230, she had taken out $100,000 and then put it back. And her reasoning for taking out $100,000 was so that if anything happened, she could feed the kids.
Well,
What do they eat?
all right, but
Bouillons?
hold on. The 100,000, the 100,000 would be half.
And she was ordered to put that back after.
And if it's a joint account, you're thinking, all right, half is mine, half is yours.
Yeah, that's what
But
I
then
thought.
he turned around and said, "Fuck that," and took just about all of the 230,000. I think he left her with 1,000.
Left $1,000 in the bank.
$1,000?
Here you go.
And now she was on TV last night crying, going, "Now I don't know how I'm going to pay the bills and feed my kids."
Thank God. Good. Oh, it's so good to see that happen that way. Holy shit. The shock she must have went when she went to withdraw some money. Went, what?
Yeah.
I only have 1,000 left?
Yep.
Yeah.
love
Doesn't feel so good, does it?
And
bitch?
if you're gonna parade your wife, your life on TV like that, I have no sympathy. I'm laughing the whole time when I watch this shit.
Then I love how he pulled that whole thing with, hey, I don't want the kids on TV.
Right.
Wreck the show. There it is.
He said, "Fuck you."
Gonna single-handedly just end the fucking show. I
Yeah.
don't want my kids to be subjected to
Well,
that type of thing.
that's
on TV.
because stupid TLC goes, "Look, the ratings were horrendous, so they knew they could make a run at it with Kate +8."
Yeah.
So they're like, we're just gonna push John out here.
Oh, my
and John's
kids
like,
too.
"Oh, really? Okay."
My kids too. Sorry,
There's,
I can
there's
get
a line or
court
two in
order.
the contract that says if I don't want them filmed anymore,
Yep.
you can't do it.
Now go on with your show called Kate.
Right.
Go on with your show called Kate and her empty bank account. Go ahead.
And don't forget, we were the ones that brought it to a lot of people's attention how much of a bitch this woman was to the guy. We felt bad for the guy.
Boy, we were calling this shit well before there was even an inkling that there was a problem with the marriage. There was a problem that she was treating him like a fucking little bitch.
Yeah.
But do we have audio of her crying about the money?
Yeah, we do.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
get
It's going
to
to be
that.
good.
That's a good one.
It's
I
going to be
wanna
really
hear that.
good.
Well, good.
Actually, we could do it now. Fuck it.
I want to hear a little
Let's
of
do that now, and then after the break, we'll do the Letterman stuff.
Good for this guy.
I
Good for him.
She nagged him
Absolutely agree.
relentlessly.
Good
She
for him.
nagged him fucking
She
relentlessly.
was a fucking bitch to this guy every second. And not even like, all right, we're on TV, so I'm going to play up like I'm the bitch.
Right.
And you're, placating me. This woman was a fucking psychopath.
Yep.
All these fucking kids and this emasculated husband walking around, yesing her to death. All of a sudden, he hooks up with some college broad and goes, "Hey,
See you later."
This is what it's like, huh? See ya."
Right. And now she couldn't be nicer. She completely changed her tune.
No, yeah, did she?
Well, I don't think she did. No,
No.
she's playing. She's playing it the other way now.
She's a twat.
I wonder how many fucking blessings this counts as.
Yeah. Oh, blessings. 200 and something thousand blessings.
a lot of blessings.
She has 1,000 blessings left.
Here we go. Kate says John emptied their joint bank account.
Well, let's talk about the latest that you have awakened to this report that John emptied a joint bank account of hundreds of thousands of dollars, leaving you with just $1,000. Is that accurate?
It is accurate. When we started this out, I was determined. I didn't want to discuss this stuff. I didn't want it out there. I didn't want to talk about it. Obviously, it has gotten out.
You're a private person.
And it is true.
Mm-hmm. Oh, why? Why? Private person, are you? You didn't want to discuss that kind of stuff? Join the club. Join the celebrity club.
That's right. Welcome aboard.
There is no private shit, dummy.
You're parading your kids on TV like that?
Yeah.
To make a few bucks?
A few shekels.
A little, yeah. Kate explains the joint bank account contained all their liquid money. She had taken money out before.
And what were the stipulations with regard to that account? When you could take out money and for what purposes?
Back in the beginning, when we had our first meeting, the arbitrator said that neither one of us could take money without the other's consent. However, I was given, historically, I am the bill payer, I am the money manager, so obviously I was allowed to show proof of every bill I paid.
Still,
fuck you, then fuck you. We were told I had to do this, but I was the bill payer, I was this, I was that, so...
Still humiliating him.
So I can take the money out, and he can't touch it. Fuck you. Good for this guy. Good. I hope he blows it all on cocaine and hookers.
Young girls, like 20-year-olds, 25-year-olds.
He's just fucking handing out hundreds to him for blowjobs.
He'd give them extra thousands to eat his ass.
Great. Here's $1,000. Start licking.
He just starts living a rap video.
That's it.
Just fucking booty girls all over the place.
They just find him in a puddle of his own sweat and cum.
Right.
Where's the money? Gone.
It's all gone.
Try to find where it is.
So obviously I was allowed to show proof of every bill I paid and use that money that way. The money, our liquid money, this joint bank account contained all of our liquid money, and it was sitting there waiting to be paid. He was not allowed to touch it. At some point I removed it to keep it safe on the suggestion of my lawyer, but needed to put it back according to the arbitrator. I did that.
See, you both didn't trust each other.
Look,
you were worried he was going to take it. He was worried you were going to take it.
The only reason you put it back is because they told you to fucking put it back. She went first and took it.
That's right.
You were stupid enough to put it back.
Because this happens all the time.
Yep. All the time. It's the biggest thing.
Marriage falls apart. The first thing you do is go, well, I don't give a shit about her anymore. I got to get to that joint bank account before she does. And it's
second.
It's a race against time. Anthony learned that.
I learned the hard way. Let me tell you something. The second you see your marriage going south, get your ass to that fucking joint bank account and drain it. Don't take half. Don't leave a grant. Empty that fucking account.
Don't be a nice guy and leave a little.
I don't think you could close it without the other person's consent, but you could leave in the absolute minimum.
Yeah, sure.
Take every fucking penny out, and then, you know what? They might tell you to put it back, but then your lawyer will put a motion that says I don't have to, and before you know it, months, maybe years have gone by, and then no one gives a shit about that money anymore, and you've been living off of it. So have fun, do it that way. But the first person in that bank
wins every time.
That's the winner right there.
You want to talk about a reality show? I'd watch every week.
Yes. Divorce bank.
Right.
Let's
Divorce
call it
bank,
divorce
right.
bank, where you fucking sit there, you find out who's getting divorced.
Tonight's
and then
couple
you sit
is-
by the bank.
Tonight's couple is Tom and Joanne.
And you watch Joanne go in,
Right.
and then you watch poor asshole Tom smiling and whistling as he's filling out his withdrawal slip with his radio partner friend. And much to his chagrin, there's jack shit left in there.
It's just an amazing moment. That was an amazing moment.
I was like, I'm gonna.
When I had to watch the teller tell you that
But
there
Major
was...
Nelson, I had money and then I took it.
How
But
much was left?
Major?
I forget the total now.
I don't know.
It was like $100
Yeah,
or something?
it was less than $1,000.
And she had to tell you that... Sorry.
Oh, it was every penny I had.
Would you watch
Every
a reality
penny I
show
earned.
where they set up the couples,
Would I ever?
Tom and Joanne,
Would I ever?
and they're
Fantastic.
off?
Oh, it'd be
Fuck
great.
Amazing Race.
Ah,
Amazing Race to
it's
the
the
bank.
race to the bank. Oh my God. Looking like the scene at a casino where they're going to the bank, hitting each other in the cars.
Right.
The cops are there.
Right. God. Let's sell that show to Spike TV.
Oh, fantastic.
Kate says John has taken money out in the past. John has now left her with $1,000.
All right. 1G.
I felt
Why
unsafe.
did you remove it? Did you think that he was going to try to take funds out of that account?
He had done it a few days before I filed for divorce. He didn't empty it completely, but it was enough that that I was afraid. In fact, at some point, up until that point, I had taken $100,000 and put it aside safely so that I could buy my kids food if this occurred. I was afraid. He was literally buying erratic purchases, randomly purchasing things.
She's starting to choke up. What, jet skis? Fucking things that are fun? Things that aren't you?
Stuff for his new girl.
Yeah. Stuff for the new girl. Would you see some jewelry store shit there?
Some nice designer clothes.
Yeah, some clothes. Stuff from Forever 21. What did you see?
Not a tear in this eye, man.
Fuck you.
We saw how much of a bitch she was on TV.
That when Sam interviewed her.
I wonder how many people are actually feeling sorry for her. I'm sure there's a bunch of broads. And just because you're a female listening to us
I'm
doesn't mean you're a
sure.
broad, by the way.
I'm sure. Believe me, she's probably got money flying in right now for the kids' food. Don't worry about it. Maybe you won't be able to get your hair fucking done. Or your nails and your makeup. Maybe you'll go back to looking like you did.
That hair is confusing. What is it?
I don't know.
Horrendous.
Yeah, it's better than it was, though.
What wouldn't have been?
Yeah, fucking anything. A divot.
Literally buying erratic purchases, randomly purchasing things. And I'm sorry. The last thing I wanted was to do this show and end up not being able to pay my bills. So I put money aside, willingly brought it forward and split it with him when we had our meeting. So he took the $50,000 and did whatever with it. I paid bills with my $50,000. And once the court arbitrator stepped in, I felt like the money, I had to put it back. I didn't feel like it would be safe, to be honest. And he took $230,000 of the $231,000 that we have liquid. And I have a stack of bills in my purse. I can't drop them in there.
I love this guy.
Good.
Yeah, thank you, Vincent Bayonne. $100,000 for food? What the hell are those kids eating?
I know,
Yeah.
bouillons.
Again, like the second time. It's fucking ridiculous. This is all posturing. Lawyer bullshit posturing. Mm-hmm. Oh,
And in the end,
the
guess who
whole
gets the
case
money?
stinks. So does this studio.
In the end, the lawyers get the money.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Yep.
And finally, one more clip here to play.
Let me tell you what his lawyer said. We reached out. They did not respond to us, but they did respond to ET and the Insider. And they said John, quote, has not withdrawn any money for his own remuneration, with the exception of the past several months wherein he believes he only withdrew approximately $175,000. And, quote, it is not unlikely when the arbitrator or court receive a full accounting of all the proceeds that John will be awarded substantial additional funds.
I have a few comments to that. First of all, I have the accounting over the last few months, and it's exactly $230,000 beginning on August 10th, and his last withdrawal was September 29th. Second of all, it's wonderful to say that he will be awarded significant funds. However, there are no significant funds for him to be awarded. And I don't care that he feels he needs to be awarded this. When you've left your children and their mother unable to pay the roof over their head, it's not acceptable.
Will you demand that money be redeposited in the account?
I have to, in order to keep my kids where they live and to put food on their table. I need that money to provide for them.
Where they live, in a really nice house.
You have to understand my position here. We were in a position after our sextuplets were born that we could not pay our bills. We did the show to provide a better life for them. Never did I think I would be back in the same position, worried about providing for them.
Let's say hi to Greg in D.C. Greg?
Greg?
Good morning, boys.
Hello, Greg.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Nice.
Not you. Anyway, gentlemen, I was calling to say Kate is such a wonderful, fantastic mother who she's worried about her kids so much. Who's watching them right now?
Yeah, who's watching them?
She probably has a nanny.
She doesn't.
She can't afford one.
She doesn't really raise her kids. She has other people raising her kids and doing all the hard work.
Of course.
This broad is all over the place. Who's watching the kids?
Yeah. Who is watching the kids when all this shit's going on?
You know, I can't.
Out.
My brother just got his third kid. I can't get him on the phone. He doesn't have time to do interviews and shit. He can't play golf anymore, but this woman could do whatever she wants.
Busy.
She's all over the media every day.
Why is she speaking publicly? It's not necessary in a legal proceeding for her to comment publicly.
No, it's
because
probably
she loves the
detrimental.
media attention, and that's why I will not be shedding a tear over this one.
It's probably very detrimental to her case. They always tell you to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, they're
about
gonna
these things.
shut up both sides soon.
Yep.
But until they do, this is gonna be some good TV to
Good
watch.
for him. He beat her to the bank and took out all the money. He must have been sitting there going, "What's the balance?" You think there was a thought process there, like, "What's the balance? 250. I'll take one and a quarter. I'll take."
No.
You know something? Fuck her.
No, you're sort of right. He probably started out like, "Yeah, I'll take half."
Take half.
And then he started thinking of all the demeaning things she said over the years.
Yeah, and it just kept
He was
going.
like, you know what? No, fuck. I'm going to take.
That was worth 10 grand
I'm gonna
right
take,
there.
I'm going to take 3/5.
Oh, remember the time she was yelling at me about some fucking thing, and I looked like a real fucking dickbag on television? That's worth $25,000.
Right.
All right. That time. Let's see. 3 years without sex.
You don't think they're having sex?
They were not even coming close to having sex, dude.
Why do you say that?
All the kids, first of all.
It sounds like she might have been.
Constant distraction.
But it sounds like she might have been having sex with John, like Jimmy had recently.
Strap-on.
I didn't have it, though. I tried to fail to let everybody down on the team.
Believe me, so far as when she's talking liquid assets, it wasn't between her legs. That's a dried up fucking hole. And there was no way he was having sex with it.
Do you think that he was going to just empty the whole account, and then they said you have to leave 1,000 in, or else you have to notify both parties if the account is emptied? So maybe he said, "Fuck it, I'll leave the minimum in that you have to."
Yeah, you have
and
to leave
get
a-
out of Dodge.
You have to leave a minimum, or else the other party has to be.
And
told
then
that
maybe
you're
the notice
closing
would
the
have
account.
went,
Yeah.
or a phone call would have been made. But if he didn't
Yeah.
empty it, then he could just kind of skedaddle.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Let's say hi to Justin in New York. Justin.
Hey.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
I hate to say it also, but my girlfriend is blindly supporting Kate, and she's such a fucking castrating bitch. When the sextuplets were born, I thought they were sponsored with a lot of products, and that was one of the stipulations of the show, like diapers and all that.
Yeah.
And I thought the top one was food until they were teenagers by Peapod or ShopRite or
Right.
You're correct, Justin. They got all sorts of deals because they had the 6 kids at one time. A bunch of sponsors came forward. That if you watch the show at all, if you take a peek, they're constantly, when they were together, constantly going on these amazing vacations. They got to move into a huge house, so they have more room.
Yeah.
And a lot of that stuff is being paid for by other parties.
Such doesn't fucking need her money.
And then of course they're getting the nice TV money for selling their souls, so we could all look in and see how the kids are doing.
All right, punching out.
Good job, Justin. Let me say hi to Beth in Jersey. Beth.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Beth, I hear you're calling. Oh, nothing.
This chick has an organic chef, so I'm not sure why she's so worried about feeding them. TLC supplies that for her.
Well, also, do we have audio of John? Because he says she's lying.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll find that, Jimmy.
I have
has two
I have the
names.
transcript right here.
Yeah, why don't you read that? Make it easy.
John Goslin says that Kate's claims are a total fabrication and she's hiding money. I don't know where she'd put it. Perhaps in that giant womb.
Ugh.
He's denying his estranged wife's claims that he wiped out their bank account and took $230,000. She said her allegations are not true, according to John. He said it's just bullshit, and that he took out $22,000 last Thursday, adding that he had a paper trail to prove it. And over the past 4 years of doing the show, he said they accrued about $2,250,000.
Wow,
She said in the past that he took out $230,000. He said he withdrew roughly $177,000 over the course of a year, which is less than 10% of what they made. And that's like my paycheck, he said. But then again, if in a year he's taking out 10%, that's probably too much, but whatever.
How do they make $2 million
Over the course of the whole thing with the book and the multiple blessings.
And all they have is 200 and...
Well, he says she's hiding stuff. And they may have bought the house outright. They may own the house. I don't know what they own, but they may.
Right.
I thought the $230,000 seemed a little low.
I did to me too.
They're big stars for this TLC.
But if she's
and
claiming,
she's got a hit book out there, and
if she's claiming that it's taking the food away, it's keeping up from buying food, like all she has in the world is $1,000.
No, that's
so there's been some fucking.
She's misrepresenting. First of all, TLC would turn around and make sure that they're well provided for because they don't want to lose Kate anytime soon.
Well, he said. Here's what he said. He said that he's objecting to her claims that the withdrawals left her with no money. He said she's hiding money. He told the Insider, he goes, "We have 11 bank accounts. That was our joint account. She had a best-selling book. Where's that $1 million?"
Yeah.
Oh, so he didn't get to share in the
I don't
profits
know.
from the book?
I don't know. He had to have.
Maybe he had to get a little piece, right?
Yeah. But he's saying that they had 11 bank accounts.
Mike on Long Island's reminded me of something, too. We don't have to go to him, but she had a shitload of plastic surgery. John got hair plugs.
Did he?
Yeah, they got all sorts of work done.
Yeah.
Who paid for that?
I guess
they're getting all this
TLC.
stuff for free because it makes for good TV. So, like, okay, we'll do a few shows revolving around you getting hair plugs. So you get the hair plugs for free.
I want to do a reality show where I get a tummy tuck. I want to get a tummy tuck.
A tummy tuck.
But I want them to bunch it all up in the front like a scrunchie. I don't want them to take any off. I just want them to staple it so it bunches out like a little hair scrunchie in the front there.
You could start something new, a new trend.
Yeah. Be nice.
Nah, someone's saying that twat doesn't need money for food. She needs it for her tummy tuck. The pictures they showed on some of the gossip sites, they did a good job putting that shit back together. She was in a bikini recently, and you're like, what? That body had fucking 8 kids? No way.
Pat from Menaki is suggesting that the smartest withdrawal would have been right before he came.
Let's go to Craig in Jersey. Craig?
Yo, Tommy,
Craig.
what's up?
Hey, Craig.
Hey, I got the solution to this problem.
Yeah.
If you want to call it a problem. Just start selling the kids off one by one. Make some money.
Can you imagine John goes, you know what? He just grabs one in the middle of the night.
There you go.
Sells it to some, I don't know, chic.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that.
Where would you sell a 5-year-old?
Paul.
Who would buy a 5-year-old from you?
There's plenty of people that would buy.
Yeah.
People that can't have kids?
Yeah.
Just start selling them.
Yeah.
One by one.
I watched the Forensic Files where some guy actually killed his fucking kid.
What?
Killed his son for $80,000 insurance
For
policy.
$80,000 lousy dollars?
$80,000. Then he set the house on fire to try to make it look like he fucked up so bad. Oh, that Forensic Files, man, they are going to nail you. You watch a few of those, and you're like, there's no way I would ever get away with a crime.
You so would. A little pusheroo.
Yeah?
Grand Canyon pusheroo, I call it.
Yeah, but if you're just...
The Grand Canyon pusheroo.
I don't know. That's tough.
You can't burn down your own house. I don't know how they figure that shit out.
Yeah, they figured it out. Well, he actually took the kid out and then burnt the house and then, choked him, put him in a garbage pail, took him somewhere. And then they figured out,
choked him?
Where his cell phone call came from, and it was too far away from where he said he was.
Really?
And they found vomit, the kid was throwing up as his father was choking him, and they found out what he was eating, and what that was, and it was on his truck. And they just, I mean, they
How
went
old was
through
the kid?
everything. It's like 10.
He's a 10-year-old, not even an infant, or
No.
like a 10-year-old who knew it was happening?
Yeah, it was sick, dude. Totally fucking sick.
Guy get the death penalty? Of course not.
No, I think you got,
Of course not.
10 years or something stupid.
Save every human life, right?
Yeah, we got to be nice. Got to be. No, I don't think
Fucking
they went
guy
into
should
what
die.
his sentence was, but boy, they go into that fucking shit. They could find everything, a little speck of blood, and they're getting DNA off of anything now. They found a skull that was so old that they were able to get pulp though out of the tooth. And get a DNA profile from that fucking thing.
That's unbelievable.
And then once you got that,
Tooth pulp?
yeah, tooth
Jesus.
pulp out of an old fucking skull. And jizz, you can't leave that shit anywhere.
No.
Oh my God, will they get your jizz?
They will just.
It is amazing.
They will just sponge that shit up and
Yeah.
give you a 15 to 30.
I was laughing my ass off at that scene in Superbad, where it's like, you'd think there's semen on everything. But there was no semen, so we won't catch him.
Right.
Because when I first came on the job, I thought there was just semen everywhere. But it's like they took a swab and found she had been sexually assaulted. So the semen was put in, even cold case files where they grabbed some semen from like 1970 and put it in an envelope. And years later,
They got
in late 90s, they're able to make a profile, and they find this guy, and they knock on his door. And it's like, hey, remember that chick you fucking raped and killed in 1970? Welcome to prison.
You got to think that's a big relief for the guy.
Some of them, the cops say they go to the door, and they go like, oh, they kind of are like, oh, okay.
Instead of looking over your shoulder every fucking day.
Yeah.
I
Waking up
bet
in
you,
cold sweats going, I killed someone!
Right. I bet you in a weird way it's a relief. You're like, all right.
Yeah.
Fuck, I just can't live with the fact that I killed this person.
Some people fight it. Some people kill themselves. Great show.
Yeah,
Love those things.
right on.
I sit there and just watch those constantly.
All right, we're going to take our first break, and then we're going to get into the Letterman stuff. Yes, this is worth another play. Anthony, you remember Mars couldn't say David Duchovny?
No, he couldn't.
And he couldn't do it. We brought Mars in. He was 5-6 feet away from David Duchovny and trying to say his name.
Who was really cool, by the way, David Duchovny.
He really was.
I was
And
thinking about that. It's like, that was very cool. He hung out. He was
after the
funny.
show, he's like, I'm in New York a lot. I would love to come by and,
Yeah.
come by sooner than later. We're like, yeah, anytime,
Come on
David.
in.
He was fun, a lot of
Yeah.
fun. So Mars, big fan, can't say his name. Just made a fool of himself. It was some terrific radio. He really did, though.
He was a fool.
So Sam went backstage and put this little thing together. When we get back, we'll give you the latest on Letterman, so stay there. Damn, late night TV loves the Opie and Anthony show. We got Jimmy Fallon saying nice things about us, David Letterman saying, well, just introing us, I guess.
Well.
And then Leno with his over-the-top endorsement.
Do you know what other late night loves the Opie and Anthony show?
What?
Red Eye.
Yes.
Red Eye. More demo viewers watch Fox at 3 a.m. than CNN at 8 o'clock.
Well, there's no surprise there.
Fucking, I want to just give them a big shout out, man.
Yeah, of course.
They're in a league of their own when it comes to cable news shows, but that doesn't mean it's a play. Despite its late start time, the ratings for the show continues to improve and surprisingly top some cable news competition you might not expect. The ratings came out for September, and Red Eye is up over 30% in total viewers and 50% in the key demo, which is 25 to 54, which is ours, since July. They have more overall viewers than every CNBC show, every MSNBC show that is on before Hardball, most of HLN, and American Morning on CNN. They have a fucking lot of viewers, man.
That's great.
Yeah, they have more viewers than fucking Morning Joe or any of the CNN morning shows.
You know what that means? It's time to wreck the show. It's working now, so, I
hope not.
The big bosses will now have to destroy it. That's what they do with anything that's popular.
I think it's we are directly responsible for that.
We help.
Jimmy, me being on the program like that, it puts it over the top.
Well, I walk in now, and I'll immediately, when they say hello, I'll go, "You're welcome. You're welcome."
Where's my gift?
Yeah.
They ask for gifts.
I hint at them. I resent the fact that I was not named in this article
Yes.
as being responsible, or partially so, for the 50% jump.
Of course.
I suggest the Red Eye staff get on that.
Is that why Gutfeld isn't doing our show anymore?
Too
No,
big.
Too
been
big
busy.
for us? Well,
Too big now.
you know what?
hard to
Straighten
get
him out.
It's hard to get up that early when you got to write the show, which he does.
There's a reason why he's so popular. It's the Opie and Anthony show. So
knows
tell him to
that.
get his ass in here.
He knows
Thank
that.
you, Robert Kelly fans on Twitter. Thank
Yeah.
you for this trout flu. Day 6. Day 6 of the trout flu.
Dude, you get some coffee, you go out in the rain.
Yeah, you know what, dude? You with nature. I don't feel like great either. I feel like sluggish and tired.
It's going to hit you too now.
That's good. Right before I do a fucking taping on Thursday. It's
Yeah,
good.
that's
Perfect timing.
Yeah, wonderful.
So should thank Bobby. And I'm telling you, if you are sick, under the weather, you fucking thank Robert Kelly fans on Twitter.
Yep.
He is spreading this trout flu across America.
Yep.
It's becoming a pandemic, Ant. You know that, right?
A pandemic.
Yes.
That's a demic that the critics hate. no?
Yeah, Letterman. Very busy. We got it. Yes, we got it. We got
Get it.
we got a Jocktober in the batters.
good.
In the
on deck
I
circle.
love it.
thank you. Yes. On deck circle.
Love
so.
it.
But we got to do the Letterman stuff first. So where you want to go? We got Letterman's monologue.
Up to that secret bedroom.
Oh, no shit, huh?
Let me tell you.
I would love to blacklight that bed.
Oh, my God.
You think
His
there's just-
secret bedroom.
You think there's just jizz everywhere?
Oh, on the walls, ceiling.
The rafters.
Great. No wonder he doesn't hang out after the show.
We've seen him go up the.
Just disappears right up to that bedroom.
We've
Oh,
seen him
he's
go
out.
up the stairwell, man.
Dave, thank you for
Little did
having
we
me
know.
on. You goodbye, goodbye. I gotta go fuck. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I don't blame him. That's what I'd be doing if I had
Of
chicks up there.
course.
Fucking Amscray.
They say he's gone so fast.
Yeah.
And rumor has it there's like these catacombs, and they don't even really know where he goes.
Yeah.
And, well, I mean, some of the staff that know, but there's a bunch of people they
Yeah,
don't
they were
know.
like, they didn't know.
They're
Well,
not privy to the
a few people knew,
behind
apparently.
behind the scenes stuff.
Firsthand.
Yeah, we're supporting Letterman. What the fuck? He's a human being. What do you want from him?
Exactly.
Or any of us?
Yeah.
Fucking guy wanted a little pussy. Leave him alone.
Exactly.
What the fuck?
Huh?
I know, what the fuck? It's not, first of all, it's not like he's a politician where that's scandalous and stuff. He fucking does a talk show on television. So what? He likes banging girls. Wow. If there were fucking, young boys up there, I think that'd be a problem.
And he keeps saying it happened before his marriage. And he also said for years and years that he doesn't see himself getting married anytime soon. He started saying that in the 80s. Translate that.
Yeah.
He still wanted to bang some pussy.
Yeah. And he
What
was.
do you think it meant?
And he was.
Right. When the guy says, I don't want to be married anytime soon.
I haven't heard
He's
his
still doing
monologues
some
or anything.
fishing. Huh?
I've heard none of that
All
stuff.
right, what do you want to do? Jimmy Fallon took a shot. Craig Ferguson had some funny stuff. And then you got Letterman himself. Want to start with Letterman?
Yes.
He got serious, too. He had to apologize to his wife.
Did he? Is he listening to our show?
Yeah, we told him you got to be serious and you got to keep talking about
I
this.
thought
Ride this
serious.
out, David.
See, I mix it up between the spellings. I think it's serious.
Ah,
I also think it's funny.
It was cute. I'm just
And-
tired.
And then I look at Jimmy.
Couldn't even muster up a smile.
No.
muster up.
I tried to smile, but my lips refused. They were like, no, teach him a lesson.
Yeah, I want to go. I want to hear the.
Yeah, me too.
All right, here we go.
David Letterman audio.
Yeah, and he's going to write it out. We wish that we could have wrote out one of our scandals.
The homeless Charlie?
Instead of always just getting fired right
Yeah.
away.
Oh,
this
Sex
is
for Sam, yeah.
This is what you dream of. You get into some crazy hot water and you ride it out. I can't wait to. Uh-oh. Yes. Anthony, you weren't here yesterday. Jimmy's a big fan of the new Vince Vaughn movie. The commercials are all over
They were
TV.
doing the hibachi and blew up. God damn, that's going to be a bad vacation.
Couples retreat, huh? You like that one?
They're doing the hibachi and...
Oh, God.
I'm sorry, man.
Did you also see that commercial that they're just enjoying themselves in the Caribbean surf, and little do they know, right behind them is a shark fin out of the water?
Oh, I didn't see that.
Wow.
Oh, trouble, bro.
Wow.
TV's on behind open. He'll be talking sometimes, and that thing just pops up, and I'm only human.
You are. I mean,
So my
you enjoy a
apologies.
good comedy, right?
Who doesn't?
Sure. Same old fucking Hollywood shit. How many times are you going to make the same goddamn movie?
Not enough as far as I'm concerned. Oh, look at Mary Poppins.
What's wrong with Mary Poppins?
Nothing.
She flies around.
Spoonful of sugar.
Makes the medicine go down.
Makes the cummy taste go away. That's what the song originally was, but they felt kids wouldn't understand the irony of it. Because Mary Poppins was a big seed guzzler, and she hated that metallic aftertaste. So she'd eat sugar, and then she sang about it because she had bleach breath. She would say, make the cummies go away.
The cummies.
The cummies go away.
Didn't we have a Mary Poppins parody song we used to play? The fuck was that?
It was the weed one.
Oh, the weed one.
Yeah.
I don't think we did that one, did we?
No.
I'm sure we gave credit to the person, though.
No, probably
Unlike
didn't.
other shows. No, we try to give credit. Anyway, let's get into Letterman because, wherever we go, people are asking us, Ant, what's your thoughts on Letterman?
What's going on?
What
do you think?
What do you think? Yeah. Wherever I went, that's all I heard.
Very important.
Just crazy how that happens. That's a little insider for some people out there. Here we go.
Thank you very much. Did your weekend just fly by?
I got to be honest. I haven't heard energy from Letterman or the audience like that Fuck, I don't know. Years.
Yep.
Easy. It's very easy to say years. You hear the energy in the audience. You hear the energy from Letterman. He is riding this fucking thing as well as he should.
Yeah.
This has got him going.
He knows. Look, he's all over the place. His face has been on fucking TV, on the news.
We have what?
They've been discussing him.
Oh, fuck, we got our TV back? They actually did something for us?
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Holy shit. We actually got something done around here. Pet the dog. Pet the dog. Thank you, SiriusXM. Thank you. We are your future. You know that now.
Scratch you under the chin. Shooka, shooka, shooka.
But we have, 8 TVs in, and Letterman goes away on one TV, pops up on another one. Then it goes away over there, pops up over there. It's like whack-a-mole.
Whack a creep.
We got Frank in Florida, very upset. Frank?
Yeah, how you doing?
Hey.
Frankie, apologies in advance if we upset you.
Yes, Frank.
No problem.
All right.
He is the boss. He was screwing the employees. Do you think that some of those women really screwed him because they liked the way he looks or the size of his member? He was the boss. There's a big difference. That's why he's a scumbag.
No, I'll tell you why he's not a scumbag. Because no one's filing sexual. These were like. I'm not saying he wasn't wrong to cheat, but these were not. These were like little relationships he carried on. There's a difference between being the boss and saying, "Here, suck this," and then having a relationship with someone you work closely with. I know a lot of people that know Letterman, and I mean for years. I've been hearing about people who I've never once heard anybody say he did anything weird with staffers. Like, you start to hear that shit after a while. Not one fucking peep in the 20 years I'm doing comedy.
I understand that, but he still has that image of he's your boss, and if there's a subtle implication that he wants to do something with you sexually,
but
as big as he was, it'd be tough to say anything that anybody would believe, first of all, until he comes out with this garbage.
But, Frank, he's also very isolated. He can't just go out to a singles bar.
Right.
So the guy is going to kind of date within that inner circle.
Women that won't talk about it.
Yeah.
Women that won't talk about it to everybody.
Like, he's a very private person, obviously. He doesn't socialize. He doesn't go to the Hollywood parties or the New York socialite parties or what have you. So he's going to date within his own little world, which happens to be, the staff members.
And also, Frank, the women might be attracted to the fact that he's the boss. Like, he's a very powerful guy. That doesn't mean he's victimizing them. Maybe that's why they like him. Maybe because he's also funny. Yeah. He's a funny, powerful guy who's paying attention to them. Why wouldn't they?
And it seems like he really liked the one girl.
Stephanie.
I don't know what happened between Letterman and Stephanie, but it seemed like he really liked her.
Yeah.
And maybe she was like, I can't do this, and had to move on. I don't know. But I mean, it really seems like it was more than just Letterman trying to empty his bag.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, okay, boys.
Thank you, Frank.
I wouldn't say he's a scumbag.
Hey, Frank, I'm not. I mean, Your opinion is fine.
Not
no
valid,
worries.
though. Ours is better.
Yeah, ours is way better.
Worth a lot more. Microphones, famous, more money, you know.
By the way, I just started
People will
catching
forget
on
you as soon as we hang up on you. No big deal.
What, Frank?
What, Frank?
I started catching on us on FBN this morning. He's looking good.
Oh, good. Yeah, support Imus on the Fox Business Network. Good for Fox putting them on.
Hey, why don't we have one of our TVs on that? Let's take a look at Imus.
Put it on.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
Good idea.
Thank you, Frank.
If you don't have it, get it.
How is
Take
Imus on TV and this show isn't? Why don't we do something about that?
That is a good question.
Not that I don't mean that Imus doesn't deserve to be on TV, but he's not a looker.
How about
We should have.
He's an older
TV
gentleman in a
show.
fucking cowboy hat.
A lot of action goes on in this studio.
No action goes on, but Fatso coming in doing bad characters.
I've talked to our agent once.
Fuck the agent. Let's get somebody else. He's not doing it.
Once in the last 2 months, and that was him taking me for a nice ride in one of his vintage cars.
I like Bob, but he's not a TV guy.
We haven't even talked to the guy.
Why not go to a manager and tell him, get me on TV?
Bob has kind of gone away.
Yeah, where did Bob
has.
go? Where did he go?
We used to hear from him on a regular basis. I think he's just hiding under his desk, hoping that the phone doesn't ring. Oh, God, they need me to do something. Oh, my God. This could affect my other clients. Oh, God.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez, I don't know what to say.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, no, they're calling me now.
This show
He
should
is
have been
so
on.
happy when we don't call him.
It should have been on TV years ago. The show. This
No
should have been on
shit.
TV years ago. Stop relying on Bob. He's. Not, I love Bob. He cannot get that done.
Now with cable, though, cable with the satellite, what would we do? We curse a lot.
It's true. All
So
right,
we
good
couldn't be
point.
on, like,
the best of show that's
Fox
fucking
or-
taped and shown. We get people in here and we do. Why not?
Why not? Yeah, why not? Let's get back to Letterman.
I'll be honest with you folks, right now I would give anything to be hiking on the Appalachian Trail. I got into the car this morning and the navigation lady wasn't speaking to me.
Did you fuck her?
Ouch.
Listen to that energy.
And don't kid yourself. Things are still pretty bad. There's a possibility that I'll be the first talk show host impeached. So, not where you want to be.
Fucking killing, man.
Yeah.
He's right in there.
People are loving this subject. Loving it.
By the way, any of the dumb asshole bosses that say just ignore it, pretend it's not happening. This is what you do. You
Yep.
talk about it because everyone's thinking about it.
Why would you say that, Jimmy?
Just because the bosses are so stupid and they're such fucking worms and they're not entertainers and they always say don't talk about something when it's happening.
Are you trying to say that happened to us over the years?
Many times.
Why does
Many times.
Why does Imus's kid look like a fat version of me?
Where?
What the fuck?
That's Imus's kid?
Are me and Imus related somehow? It's fucked up.
Is that what really?
Oh, the
is?
dog whisperer.
The fuck is?
That's his
going on?
wife? She's hot.
Oh, Deirdre? Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
She's very attractive.
Oh, yeah.
The cute little dogs, too.
The only reason I have her is I'm in a position of power and make a lot of money. yeah.
Look at the dog whisperer.
I love him, dude. You don't like Cesar Millan?
Hell fucking no.
How can you not? The guy's great. He'll grab a pit bull by the scrotum and yell at it.
Good
I,
for him.
Told Fox Business I need a fuck room upstairs. yeah. Oh, shut up, you jerk.
So good to have Imus back at our show. It's been a while.
Yeah.
See? Enough time goes by, and look, he's right back where he was. Just
Yeah,
a
look
different
at him.
logo, really.
That's it.
It's pretty much the same thing. And you watch, he'll get all the same guests. Why is what's-his-name looking like, oh, fuck, help me out.
Charles McCord, why is he
What?
wearing a suit from 1978?
Well, with the gray hair on the sides. Like
Paulie Walnuts.
he looks a little like Paulie Walnuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like a Halloween character.
Is that really Imus's kid?
I don't know.
It's so funny.
Good-looking kid.
That is a
young
very
chubby Opie.
That is a very cute dog. I want to.
Hey.
What's at Bob Kelly's?
Is that your little brother? Good-looking kid.
All right, let's move back.
We're looking
to
at the
Letterman.
dog whisperer's teeth.
I know. We're just
And his fucking
fixated.
Mars hairdo.
We're fixated on that. What is he? Is he an Asian gentleman?
No, he's like Spanish. I love
he's
him.
Mexican.
I love
is he?
Cesar Milan.
Oh, wait, Danny's a big fan.
Cesar
That's
Millan.
right, dude. I just
watched
remembered.
a lot of dog whisperers.
I can't be bothered with the
What's
horse.
the noise he makes?
The fucking dog whisperer.
Stop shitting on the floor, or I'll fucking ruin you.
Have you watched him though? Like he trains.
Why would I,
Dude,
Jimmy?
because he does things that I'm afraid to do. Like a big dog that's like barking, he'll walk right up to it and punk it. He'll put a leash on.
No way.
He'll put a leash
Fucking lunge for his
on
throat.
a nasty animal. Like a fucking nasty fucking animal. He's fearless.
It should
He's a
lunge
crazy
for
fuck.
his throat.
He's not just training little dogs. He trains anything with 4 legs and a pink dick.
He'll approach, questionably vicious dogs because that's what you got to do. If you back away, you're giving up your authority. If you approach the dog, you're maintaining your authority, and it calms not calms, but it puts the dog in its place.
And he doesn't give up. Like he'll back up when they really start lunging for him. But I've seen him walk up to dogs that were like,
Really
and little
pissed
Mexican
off.
Caesar's fucking right up to him. He's a ballsy dude, man.
What a guy.
You should watch some of them on YouTube and we'll kiss.
I have no time for that, Jimmy.
Yes, you do. It's
I-
only a minute. I don't watch long clips.
All right, I'll take a peek. Hey, this is very interesting. Maybe the boys down the hall could find this. Hoffman, thank you. Did you guys catch Barbara Walters trying to stop Joy Behar from talking about the Letterman stuff?
No.
She used the "he's my friend and it's his personal business" excuse, and therefore none of ours.
Ooh.
You do a show called The View where you're looking at all the hot topics of
Right.
the day. Letterman is the hottest topic right now, and you're telling your chatty Cathys there that they can't talk about it?
And all you did was ask personal information from people, and you
Holy
talked about a
shit.
senator who you fucked when he was married.
Right.
Shut
Right.
up, Babs.
Right.
She's an ass.
It was funny how we all just ran out of steam at the same time.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like,
No, because you made your point. What are we supposed to do?
oh, shit. Well, that rarely happens on this show.
I know.
Someone actually making a point.
It's usually just 3 dumbbells clunking heads and realizing there's nothing to see here.
Chasing the same joke.
Dick pussy, underage. Got it.
Ah, shit.
But that's what your show does. You can't decide what's off limits.
Yay.
But it's fall here in New York City, and I spent the whole weekend raking my hate mail.
That's a funny fucking joke, man.
And it's cold too. It's chilly outside my house, chilly inside my house. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, for legal reasons, I need to inform you people here tonight that this entire exchange is being videotaped. So be careful. You know your day is going well when you're saying to a cop, now you're sure he can't see me through the mirror. Is that?
That's what you know.
I want to tell you the whole thing is surreal because normally when I'm shaken down for money, it's my relatives. So it's great.
I know that.
God
Fucking
damn, man.
great is the writing on this.
He is just fucking on fire.
Dude, this is great fucking stuff.
Absolutely. Let me say hi to, and I just lost my fucking
It's been
place on this.
reinvigorated.
Where was I?
I want to tell you the whole thing is surreal because normally when I'm shaken down for money, it's my relatives. So it's
Very good. We go to Gerard in Jersey. No, fuck you, Gerard. Gerard, what did you have? I'm sorry.
The only thing I had
Yeah.
was that if you got on TV, you got to change the name of the show. It can't be the best of. It's got to be 4 hours of horse shit again.
You're right.
You're absolutely right.
yeah.
I mean, what can I tell you about that? It's very
All right, punching out.
very good stuff right there.
Opie and Anthony. The workhorses of satellite radio.
What?
Wow,
They
the
did exactly
lasers.
what we wanted.
Lasers are great.
Lasers, horse noises. And a little Jimmy in there.
Damn.
What about the fucking 4 hours of horse shit again, calling it that like the show wanted?
I know.
I think it's happening.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, goody.
Oh, look, let me make a little paper hat for myself.
Pet the dog. Pet the dog today. They're listening to us. As soon as they start listening to us, man, watch out. Watch what happens.
Yeah. Pet the dog.
Beth in Indiana. Didn't you call already, Beth?
Yes, we heard you.
No, this is somebody different.
Oh, literal Beth.
Jesus.
Hi, Beth.
Hi.
Hi.
Do you have big boobies?
No.
That's okay. We like the little ones, too. You know, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes, it is, Beth.
Squeeze those melons of yours and make sure there's no lumps in there.
Yes, or I'll squeeze them for you, Mama.
Kind of like cream of wheat. You don't want any lumps.
Yes,
That'd be, by the way, that would be a great thing for us to do.
Squeeze boobies?
For Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
We
have
will-
a doctor up here, have women offer free mammograms by a doctor, and then he teaches us how to give them so we can help check a woman if we ever have to. So A, a woman gets legitimately checked by a doctor. B, we get to squeeze tits.
Do we get to smell their pussies?
No, we don't need to do that. It's not for cervical cancer. It's only for breast cancer.
I think we should wait for Cervical Cancer Month then. And get in there with the schnoz.
Wow, you can't breathe anyway. Stuffy,
Yeah.
little stuffy Steve.
Well, stuffy.
Whoa!
What happened?
I like my idea.
Well,
What the
Beth,
fuck?
we got to move on quickly here, but what do you have? I'm sorry.
It's just a quick thing. Neil Cavuto on Friday was interviewing Imus, and you boys were mentioned along with Sean Hannity.
Oh.
For supporting Imus?
I'm sorry?
For supporting Imus through his troubles?
For what they did, and, you guys making the comments about all the good that he's done.
Mm-hmm.
And that they shouldn't
We
been fired
have
and
done
stuff.
good.
Yeah.
We only do good here.
And all the other radio guys were just a bunch of fucking pussies. They knew what the right thing was to
Yep.
do, and they were too scared to do it. So go fuck yourselves.
Yep.
Thank
With
you, Beth.
a big stick.
The ones that were mentioned.
Because these assholes will go after you next, you dummies.
Yep.
The replay promo currently running is indeed the encore version management requested.
Well, now, is that just because it hasn't been pulled and fixed yet, or why is that?
We will not be running an encore presentation promo on 202. It means nothing.
When did it run?
To the listener.
When did it run?
When you say horse shit or something like that, that piques the interest of the listener.
And it's funny.
I think it runs like once or twice a day.
Okay,
During the show, rather.
But who said to actually put it like the fact that the word encore is in there stinks.
I hate it.
No, none of us like it. But is it possible for us? It just hasn't been pulled yet. That's all.
No, it was inserted. It was replaced. It replaced the replay promo. It's not like it was.
Why
never
was that?
pulled.
Why was it
inserted.
replaced without just being pitched and talked about? When we said we
look.
didn't like it, why was it replaced?
Look to the
Because we're not in charge.
Look, to the quote management of 202, you guys are pencil pushers, okay? You do what we say, because we know better. And if you think you know better, then start your own fucking radio show.
Damn it.
If you want to hear it, I think we got
I'd like to hear it. Can we hear it?
What do we want? We want for
something better. We were joking about the horse shit
No,
as a
I like
temporary
that
thing.
idea.
Let's do it. 4 hours of horse shit again.
Again.
That's the people we're targeting. And as far as, well, people won't get it, well, then we don't want them listening because they're going to hate the show. If they don't get a horse shit joke and the sarcasm in that, they're not going to like us. So fuck them.
I don't learn much from other radio people, but I'll tell you this much. Eric Logan and Lee Abrams, the mad scientist.
Dumbest guys.
The mad scientist. Said, don't make the same fucking mistakes that regular radio did.
Radio, right.
Encore presentation, that's boring regular
right.
radio shit. You want this experience to be completely different. The listeners are used to hearing mundane promos that mean nothing. Yeah. But if all of a sudden you say, here's 4 hours of horse shit again, that piques the interest. Like, what the fuck are these guys about?
Yep.
They're calling their show 4 hours of horse shit? I got to listen.
Exactly.
But no, that will lose people. They won't listen because they'll believe it.
To say encore
won't get
presentation
it.
means nothing. It's as boring as a regular fucking commercial.
Can we hear it?
Just because it's a promo doesn't mean it's not boring.
Absolutely.
They won't get it.
So to the pencil pushers, do what we want.
Yeah,
That
absolutely.
is your job. And you get to keep your job if you just do just that. Don't make me walk home with Mel Karmazin again, you fucking assholes.
Can we hear it?
I'll pull some fucking cards pronto. Hit it.
Encore!
It's an Opie and Anthony encore presentation.
presentation
of the AIDS jokes and fart noises.
Encore.
Could you ejaculate onto my crumpet, sir? I'd like to pour myself a cup of tea and have a crumpet with a shot of jism on it.
Here's a nice piece of shit that you might have heard before.
Encore!
Encore.
I'm glad the encore presentation is starting, and I don't have a fat retarded girl to throw rocks at. I like
listen. Listen.
I've been won over.
Listen, it's tough to admit when you're wrong, but all right, listen, I don't mind that. Jimmy
That's
doesn't
funny.
mind it. Anthony obviously doesn't mind it.
Yeah. I thought it was something else.
Huh?
I thought it was something else.
Yeah,
to be
that
honest.
was a
All right,
funny
listen.
promo.
No, if you do encore presentation dry, it sucks a fucking dick.
Right.
So what I suggest is you do a little of that encore thing like you just heard. That's perfect. It is perfect. Yeah, fuck you, pencil pushers, knowing a little more than I today. And then we also do horse shit as well. How about a little combination platter?
But wait, is that what they
Ooh.
wanted, Danny, or is that just what we did sarcastically?
I think that
Or
might have been
Steve?
what we did. I'm not sure if that actually ever ran.
That should be
I don't know if
right.
that one ever ran, but actually, the one that ran on Friday actually did say horseshit in it. If you want to hear that one, I also have that.
Yeah, let's hear that.
Let's hear
The
that one.
horse shit one.
I have like 4 mouses in here. I'm sorry.
Oh, stop.
They're called mice.
You're listening
fucking
to
get him
the
some
Opie and
cheese.
Anthony replay. 4 hours of complete horseshit. Again.
Coming up, actor David Duchovny visits the show, and our engineer Mars tries to pronounce his name.
What's my name? Duchovny? Wow.
that one already. Oh, another way.
Duchovny.
The Virus. Sirius 197. XM 202. More horseshit coming up. Next.
I like both.
Yeah, I do too.
And it gives the listeners a little variety. So
Okay,
let's do both immediately. Let's make sure that gets done, Danny. And if it's not getting done, then let us know.
Yeah.
Because it will be done our way. Sorry.
Even though they kind of didn't seem to fight it.
Huh?
Wow. Even though we said that.
They fight everything. 'Cause
Do
they
they?
don't understand. I don't understand. Really?
I think you don't need to.
Not for them.
You're not the demo.
I haven't done a radio show since college. Shut up. That's what management is. Failed college radio guys.
Oh, it's so true.
Because if they weren't failed college radio guys, really, they want to walk around as management? No, they don't.
Yeah.
They want to be radio stars getting coke and pussy.
Yeah, like we do.
At their beck and call. With secret bedrooms where you could bring your listeners and fuck them senseless.
Yes.
Right, Ant?
Secret bedrooms. We can't even get a fucking office that
know.
is nearby.
I have a secret parking lot that they jerk me off in. I want to hear Dave's mea culpa.
All right.
Yeah.
Crazy.
By the way, the going price for a screenplay based on this show right here, $3 million. $3 million.
Oh.
Yes, this one, $3 million.
This is cool.
Did you hear about this over the weekend? They came up with proof that Mahmoud Ahmadinejad is Jewish.
Yes.
Found proof that Ahmadinejad is Jewish. I wonder how much they wanted to keep that quiet. You know, Ahmadinejad won't be talking about it. He's referring all questions to Rubenstein Communications.
That's right.
Hey, how about this? President Obama goes to Denmark, and he's trying to get the 2016 Olympics for the great city of Chicago. And he presented his case in a heartfelt manner, but they weren't buying it. And boy, do I know what that feels like. Okay, let's look at the news. First of all, Bill Clinton said that, no. Good news for South Carolina Governor Mark Sanford because he... How about that Elliot Spitzer? Would you take a look at... Ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind you of one thing. This is only phase one. This is phase one of the scandal. Phase two, next week I go on Oprah and sob. That'll be phase two.
Oh, it's fucking
hilarious. Sorry we just listened there, but that's just a solid home run on Letterman's part.
That's the funniest monologue I've ever heard him do. That is fucking great. That was really,
no reason
really
to
funny.
stop that whatsoever. Well, I mean, we could get into the serious stuff with Letterman.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I wanted to hear, actually.
Okay.
I'd love to hear that.
Last week on the show, I told a little story about being blackmailed. And I wasn't going to talk about it anymore, but it seems like people want to talk about it. And when you're blackmailed, it's a crime, and you're a victim. It's felony extortion, is what it is, and it's a nasty thing to do to people. Now, being a victim, and if you happen to your behavior is responsible for hurting people, that's a separate part of the equation. And it did not occur to me last week when I was discussing having had sex with women who worked on this show that then what would happen is reporters and newspaper people and radio and TV would start hounding the staff and saying, what do you say, are you, and this and that. It was very, very unpleasant, and I would just like to set the record straight. No, I'm not having sex with these women. Those episodes are in the past. So my apologies to subjecting them to that vulnerability and being browbeaten and humiliated. It never occurred to me. And as a matter of fact, Alan Coulter kept wanting to know if we'd had sex. Did you remember that, Alan?
I did, and I don't remember.
Yeah.
God, he comes right out in simple, plain language, had sex with those staffers. He didn't say, had engaged in ambiguous behavior.
It was the best thing he could have fucking done.
I fucking really have
made.
a tremendous amount of respect for him. Even more so I did after the Palin thing. I liked the way he handled.
Yeah.
And then this. Plain, simple language.
This completely diffused everything.
He always knows how to handle this tough stuff.
He's honest about it.
His 9/11 stuff was great. The Sarah Palin stuff was great.
Yeah. When when Johnny died, he was great. Yeah, man, Letterman is fucking
when he was
good.
dealing with his open heart surgery.
Yep. Yeah, right.
He always does very well when it comes to the serious shit.
And he apologized to his wife, too. I want to hear that. Do we have that?
I'll just say, I'm terribly sorry that I put the staff in that position inadvertently. I just wasn't thinking ahead. And moreover, the staff here has been wonderfully supportive to me, not just through this furor, but through all the years that we've been on television, and especially all the years here at CBS. So again, my thanks to the staff for once again putting up with something stupid I've gotten myself involved in. Now, the other thing is my wife, Regina, she has been horribly hurt by my behavior. And when something happens like that, if you hurt a person, then it's your responsibility. You try to fix it. And at that point, there's only two things that can happen. Either you're going to make some progress and get it fixed, or you're going to fall short and perhaps not get it fixed. So let me tell you, folks, I got my work cut out for me. And
wow, he's admitting that this might be really, really bad for his marriage.
Well, they were going out for a long time. You know, obviously he wasn't married when this was happening, but he was, going out with her. And
well, if the diary said that, like last fall, she went out to, and that's what it quoted either in the Post or Daily News, that she went out there last fall while she was dating Halderman, and was still hooking up with him. And he was. If that's true,
wait, the diary saying that in the paper today?
That's what the impression I got from reading it, is that it was saying that while she went out there last fall, while Halderman was staying home and worried. He was worried, like, I don't want you going out there. And she's like, no, we're best friends. Again, that's kind of what the implication was.
Wow. All right. I think and then Letterman still thinks what he did was right. I guess we don't have to play that clip today. We're going to take a break. When we get back, some Jocktober stuff. Come on.
Jocktober, I want to hear the show. What was it again?
Well, we'll tell you after the break. Make it a surprise for
Sam
people,
will come
right?
in and let us know, I guess.
Where's Mars?
I don't know. Hiding.
Not that much.
I don't know.
Also, Lewis Black talking about Letterman. It's really funny.
Really?
Our friend Lewis Black had a nice minute and a half on CNN about the Letterman stuff. We'll give that to you. Craig
I don't
Ferguson.
know why we are looking at this. I didn't hear Lewis
pointing.
It's insanity.
Yeah,
are we crazy?
We'll get to it a little later on.
It looks like that's why. He's not a politician. He's not an elected official.
Just pointing at the air.
I love Lewis.
Pointing.
I do love Lewis. Crazy. If you read a transcript of what Lewis said, you would realize he has no idea what he's talking about.
No, he's insane.
Lewis is just a fool. The media is it's all they talk about. Don't we have health care? Are they crazy? Are they insane?
Do we elect a rhododendron? It's like, what? What are you talking about?
I had sex with staffers. The president of Afghanistan and we're looking at Letterman. He's insane.
You fucker. Now we got to play it.
I'm just guessing. I don't know what he's going to say, though. I haven't heard it.
We got to play it. Cigars and Scotch. Dominic Barbara. Breaking news is camping outside Letterman's house.
Yeah.
The news has just gone crazy. We're forgetting Ahmed Diallo is insane.
You know what my take on Letterman is this simple. All it does, any way, shape, or form, you show how immature this country
Pause this.
when it comes.
Thanks for nothing, Lewis. Thanks for having like a salient point and being fucking. This is the first time I know Lewis for almost 15 years. I've never heard this tone before.
Yeah. He's talking very
Monotone,
nicely,
well
and,
thought out.
Nothing like your impression of him.
God damn the thought of him.
Oh, how immature this country is when it comes to our sexuality. It's like a continuous. It's been a running theme in my life. It's the theme when I talk about in the show about getting older. It's the same arguments over and over again. We are when you slept with somebody, it's like 9-year-olds. You can't, It's like he came out, he told you, that's it, case closed. You don't need to write anymore. You know whether you think he is right or wrong. It's not you. What are you? Are you a priest? Idiots. You don't make a judgment call. He had sex. Oh, God. He didn't have sex on TV, privately, and the only reason it had to come out is because some idiot tried to make money off of it. That's the story. He is not the story. I'm tired of it. And the CNN ought to learn that lesson occasionally, and MSNBC and NBC and the rest of them. And just because they think that creates a bunch of people watching is by creating another story where the real story is bull. And if you want people to watch it, get John and Kate to discuss it, all right? Those two pieces of
Excuse me.
Good for Lewis.
Jesus, excuse me.
Wow, you don't give a shit anymore.
I know.
I love it.
I don't care that my impression was wrong.
Yeah.
God damn it.
was good.
I've never heard Lewis be soft-spoken. He did that to embarrass me.
He did, and a job well done.
My throat hurts, actually, from that Lewis impression.
Well, why don't you sip some tea with some honey as we take a break here, Jimmy?
What am I, crazy? I'm insane?
We come back with Jocktober. Stay there.
Okie dokie.
Hey, Anthony, it's time for Jocktober. Sam's in studio.
Jocktober.
Let me make it official first here.
Happy Jocktober, everybody, from your friends at the Opie and Anthony Show.
1/3 of the women polled said they do this right after a breakup.
My guess is tickle their clit with a rake.
It's a celebration of craptastic radio from around this great nation of ours.
A little more specific. That's pretty good.
That's the whole thing we did. She looks like every actress who was like a really hot teenager who's battling cancer later in life.
So turn up this turd-tacular radio. It's Jocktober on the Opie and Anthony Show.
Yes, Sam, what do we got today?
Well, today we're going all the way down to Southwest Florida.
Southwest Florida.
Let me think. South. Now, west is the other side.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Southwest.
Yes.
Oh, is it, Fort Myers.
They just call it Southwest Florida. It must
Yeah.
be a smaller city.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just Southwest Florida's.
What sports team do they follow?
Florida.
I guess the
Gators.
Marlins. I don't know. Right, the Marlins. That's a sports team. It's a baseball team. Florida Marlins.
The
Florida.
Dolphins.
Yeah,
Fish.
they're from Miami.
Yeah, the fish.
We were arguing that they're actually mammals over the
Yes,
weekend.
they are
I'm
mammals.
like, but when you see a dolphin, this was my whole argument. When you see it, you go, wow, look at that big fish. You don't need
Yeah.
to know all that technical stuff sometimes.
It's a fish.
You see it in the water, it's a fish.
Yeah, it sure looks like one.
If it lives in the water, it's a fish.
Thank you.
That's
well,
Sam says. Yeah.
Turtle's a fish.
No.
Turtles
now
are
you're
fish.
taking my
Yeah,
concept
frogs.
and going a little too
Everything
far. An octopus is a fish.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a type of fish.
Fucking shell.
If it can breathe
A rock
underwater,
is a
yeah.
fish.
Definitely.
Rock is a fish. It's in the water.
A mollusk.
Mollusk.
So we got
Seaweed.
seaweed.
Seaweed is a
Fish.
Fish.
Yes,
Water is a fish.
that's true.
Under
Because there's
the
water
water.
underwater.
Water under the water.
Here we go. The show is called The Big Mama and the Wild Bunch.
Oh, no.
On
No, it's
Southwest
not.
Florida's B103.9.
Oh, no, it's not.
Tell us a little something about the show, the radio station.
Well, B103.9 is a hit music station, so it plays all the stuff the kids are listening to. And Big Mama and the Wild Bunch is, I mean, probably the greatest thing going in Southwest Florida, sorry.
Yes.
Big Mama is a gentleman.
Wait. Big Mama is a guy?
Yes.
I was going to say, how does the whole get a top billing?
The whole does not get top billing.
Big Mama is... Why would a guy be called Big Mama? That's crazy.
I mean, he's a big guy, but he's just like a rough and tumble type of guy.
It's like somebody must have went, you are Big Mama.
Yeah. He's
And
very
you're like,
edgy.
Yeah.
And
He's very edgy.
he's got a black woman, who's a young black woman with him. Her name is...
Big Mama.
Oh, Big Mama.
But she's a little sassier than that.
Yeah,
She's quite
She's
sassy. Yeah.
Like, who's sassier? Her or, let's say, Beyonce?
Ooh.
Oh, I think she's sassier than Beyonce.
Wow,
Beyonce
okay.
has a bit too much class to be sassy.
All right, her or Missy Elliott?
Oh, Missy Elliott is very sassy.
Yeah.
But she's also a little wacky.
Yeah, she's kind of wacky.
This Babs. Babs is her name.
The
Babs.
big one, though. Babs or, you know who I'm thinking of here.
Who?
Big, fat, sassy black woman.
Wendy Williams?
Wendy Williams is pretty sassy.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You lost me.
No. You know who I'm talking about.
Patrice?
Yes, Patrice O'Neill. No. Oh, my God. Can't remember her name.
That's
What is she?
Monique, Queen Latifah.
Latifah.
Oh, Queen Latifah is probably a bit sassy.
I forgot the royalty. I was thinking of a name, and I
No.
forgot the royalty before it is Queen.
Yeah, the Queen's probably a little sassier, but not too much.
Who made her a queen?
The streets.
Oh, holla.
Holla.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate when Sam does that.
Yeah, he had an answer, though.
So quickly. The streets. made her
Yeah,
a
obviously.
queen.
And he's also got a gay guy who I don't know what his name is. Well, he's probably a gay guy. He sounds like a gay guy to me.
What's his name?
I don't know what his name is.
Steve Carlisi.
Could be
Yeah,
Steve
of course.
Carlisi.
Twinkle Toes. Hey, speaking of characters, is the virus going to make an appearance today?
The virus had his little writing pen out last night. So,
Oh, did he?
Yes.
All right.
Can't wait.
If you didn't hear the virus yesterday, please stick around. It's our new character.
You'll love it.
It's wacky and zoo-like,
It's
right?
really good.
Yeah,
is good.
don't
He's
doubt
funny. He's quirky. He's got personality.
Look at the
sounds
door
great.
today. It's fucking busted.
You have to
That's
pull
how that's how well it worked yesterday.
You have to manually close it now. It doesn't close on its own anymore.
Yeah.
We broke the door. He broke his hand, I think.
It's swelling.
It was just a disaster. But
Like his body.
but first, Big Mama
Oh, whatever.
and the Wild Bunch on Southwest Florida's B103.9.
Yeah.
Here we go.
The Black Eyed Peas, I got a feeling on all the hits, B103.9. It's 8 minutes after 8 o'clock.
Can I make
You're
an
tuning in.
observation immediately?
All you've heard is Big Mama. You haven't even heard the Wild Bunch
Yeah.
yet.
This is the same fucking voice.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, it's the same. It's that raspy kind of a over
Turd.
He's doing 60 miles an hour. Turd. It's the same fucking voice out of all these idiots.
They all have the same fucking voice.
Wow, that's bad.
All of them. Don't make us show you that they all have the same voice.
Oh, we ought to do a
that bit
montage
for
with the
10th
same
time.
voice. Yeah,
that'd be crazy. Here we go.
The Black Eyed Peas, I got a feeling on all the hits, B103.9. It's 8 minutes after 8 o'clock. You're tuning into the best damn morning show in Southwest Florida. Big Mama and the Wild Bunch. Whoa, what's really going on? and I'm not just saying best just because I'm bragging it up and I just want to try to say I am. But the bottom line is Southwest Florida voted us that way.
People spoken.
Best to the Southwest, according to the news press. That's Big Mama and a Wild Bunch. What? We ain't even been on a year yet, and we already been voted best morning show in town. What's that tell you?
You're the only morning show in town.
Yeah, exactly. Boy, Southwest Florida, that's like a vague fucking tribal region. What is that? Aren't there borders anymore? Aren't there towns and cities where you could say that? It's like fucking Turkey, where they have like these just vague borders that overlap. Southwest Florida.
Where is their radio station?
Where does it
located?
end?
What town? Because that's
exact address.
They're a radio station for a small town.
Voted best show in Southwest Florida. That tells us? Yeah. It's crap.
Southwest Florida.
What? They also what?
When you say the name of the show, you go,
Black or white?
That's fun.
White. Oh, white. Except for Babs.
Yeah.
Wait,
Babs.
Big Mom is a big white guy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
We already been voted best morning show in town. What's that tell you?
We got a lot of friends.
It tells you everybody else, the other radio stations, start packing their bags.
Right.
You're going to be needing a new job.
And thank you for voting for us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Other stations need to pack their job, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they suck.
Yeah.
S-U-C-K, suck.
She spelled it.
Yeah.
I know what I'd like to spell.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
A lot more letters.
Yeah, a few double letters in there. Yeah.
That's Babs. Actually,
Babs.
B103.9 is located in Estero.
So they're the
Estero.
they're
Estero.
the biggest show in Estero, Florida. Good for them.
Taminia Trail.
Yes.
To Miami.
Tamiami.
It looks like Miami.
South Tamiami Trail.
No. To me. To India. To me.
Shut up.
Are you sure?
Trail. If your address doesn't say street, road, avenue, it says trail.
It's in Estero.
There's a problem.
All right, so they're a big show for Estero.
The best, the biggest.
Everyone else, pack your bags. They did. There's no one left.
Well, Anthony, we're getting more info on Southwest Florida. Mark in Cincinnati. Mark.
Hey, happy birthday, Jimmy.
Aw.
Hey, that's in the middle of the Everglades, so they're just like broadcasting out to a bunch of alligators.
Ah, okay.
Oh, so that's like, wow. The Everglades are in that area?
The official home of noodling.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Noodling, yes.
So they're
Punching out, fellas.
They're popular
they're
with
big.
swamp people.
They're big.
Number one with swamp people.
Alligators are fish.
Big Mama, they sure are, Sam, because they're in the water. That's
right.
what we learned today. Big Mama talks about his website. Babs pipes in to let us know whether or not she's a hole.
Yeah, because listening to Babs just then, you said, is she a hole or is she like a funny lady on the radio?
Yeah, is she going to be like a real, like, edgy broad, or is she going to play the typical role we're used to? Right. Let's find out.
Traffic is updated on a regular basis. We got something new going. And guess else what I had?
What?
Pac-Man.
Oh,
So
classic.
now you can play Pac-Man or Space Invaders. And every week I'll add a new game into the game section. I just don't want to overload it.
Right.
You know, eventually it'll have like 50 games on it, but give it some time. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy Pac-Man now for the next week.
And then Pac-Woman, because she's
Yeah.
a lot better.
Miss Pac-Man is what it was called, not Pac-Woman.
Whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Same thing.
No,
Gosh.
not really.
Oh, she put her in her place. Oh, that's Big Mama. Oh, God. Just another fat fuck radio guy. Jesus H. Christ.
She wanted the pack woman.
Jesus, Jimmy.
God damn. I can't read that, but it's hysterical. That's different.
So she said,
Yeah.
Pac woman.
Pac woman.
Let everybody know the ladies are in the house too.
Oh yeah, she means business, Sam. Lars is giving us a little more info on this show. Lars.
Good evening.
Hey.
Hey, guys, I'm down here in Tampa. I used to listen to Ronnie B on 95 YNF. This joker is down off Holmes Beach, but they were the competition for Bubba and Love Sponge. So if you know, if Bubba can beat you and make you move farther south, you suck.
Another fat guy.
So they got beat by Bubba, and now this morning show had to go to Southwest Florida to
Yes.
try to make a living. God.
You're getting pushed off of the continental United States.
To Estero.
Oh, that's great. When is where they got video games up there?
Yeah, Pac-Man, Space Invaders, Pac-Woman.
When are they putting Donkey Babs?
Oh, no.
I'll just explain that you had a fever today.
No, that's kind of funny.
Fat, monsieur.
Yeah, she's got to be fat.
Who knows?
She's got to be fat. Let me see her.
Big Mama, as we move on, gets a little extreme. He was
That's right.
supposed to be broadcasting from his house, but didn't get the okay.
So, yeah.
The thing is that we are actually supposed to be broadcasting live from my house.
Does this guy sound fat or what?
He sounds like another fat fucking radio guy.
He sounds like he has an egg sandwich in his mouth as he's broadcasting.
Oh.
Holy shit.
He got some
That
hips.
chick will fuck you up.
Yeah.
That's Babs.
Oh, man.
fuck, I ain't
All right.
fucking with
I'm
Babs.
scared shit of Babs
No
right
shit.
there.
That's right.
You know she's got those talent fingernails.
Yeah.
You can't see her fingernail.
Dude,
God
that shit will
damn.
fuck you up.
Babs?
Hell fucking yeah.
She looks like she'd spit a razor blade out and just cut your throat.
She looks like
Wow.
a prison bitch, right?
Yeah.
And you don't mess with those prison bitches, Sam.
I know.
Look at them hips, though, right? Just grab them.
The thing is that we are actually supposed to be broadcasting live from my house today. And, I don't like to do things that are against the way of the norm, because that's a way for them to get out of their contract with me, and they'll throw me out of the building instantly and send me on my way.
Yeah, they're waiting for something.
All right, so they can't get it. So I'm not going to send them. So I put the approval form to take the show live out on the streets. I gave it to the boss last week. I said, hey, man, sign this. Give it back to me when you're done with it. Let me know, man. He seemed like he was okay with it. I mean, he did. But all week went by, and then on Friday, it's like he had a bunch of stuff to do, and I couldn't, link up with the boss, and we had to go out of town. So I didn't have the okay. I called him during Sunday football. No, nothing. All right, so here's what I decided. What's the boss's extension? 2153?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's call his ass.
This is how you know you're not going to mess with this show.
Wow.
They're not afraid to call the boss on the air and say, hey.
Wait.
But why did they need... What was...
There, you see,
Sam,
what's
what happened?
the problem?
He's very wordy. It's National Work from Home Week, he says.
Yeah.
So he wants to broadcast the show from his house.
Why?
Because,
Why,
Ovi,
Sam?
you didn't hear me.
No, I did hear
It's
you.
National
Trust
Work.
me, for once I was listening.
Okay.
I still ask why. Just
Well,
because it's...
Could you change that? I think it makes me want to buy new luggage.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus.
Thanks. What? I just said change that.
Yeah. Oh, new luggage.
Yeah.
Sam.
Old luggage is thrown around and treated badly. You want to get new luggage.
Yes.
I don't know what it.
He wants to broadcast from home. He works as a broadcaster. So he wants to move the show home to his house.
Who wouldn't?
But management never signed the paperwork.
But if they were voted most popular show, why are they waiting to throw him out of the building in less than a year?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Sam.
Well, I mean, I think it's because he's so edgy that they're like, look, even with the ratings this guy has, he's turning into a liability.
I think trouble's going to happen soon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He sounds it.
Yeah, you can tell. Could you hear the gruffness in his voice?
Yeah.
That's natural.
He really sounds it. So I guess here comes the bit.
He's going to call.
Oh, I know. He set it up. So here comes the bit, Sam.
There's no way that this could be unexciting.
Hello.
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 Programming.
It's Big Mama.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, we're supposed to be broadcasting live from my house this week for National Work from Home Week.
Yeah.
And I sent you that form, and you never gave back to us. We want to know what's the deal.
Dude, I put it under your door. I slid it under there. Well, you know what? I slid it under there Saturday. You were up at Universal, and you went right to your barbecue, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. You slid it under my door?
It's under your door. Go look right now, man.
We didn't see.
I didn't see when I walked. You know what? Did the door push it? All right, we're gonna go check it out, man. I won't feel like an imbecile, man.
All right, check it out, man.
I was ready to fight you on
Hey,
this one.
Don't blow me up during football, bro.
Oh, you just got served, man.
Yeah.
That watermelon, eat that watermelon, eat that watermelon. Surely good. Eat that watermelon, eat that watermelon, eat that watermelon. Surely good.
What did we just hear, Sam?
What was that?
Well, I think he was doing the old call management and stir things up a little bit.
We know a thing or
routine.
two about that, right, Sam?
Oh, yeah. I remember the time you guys stole that Aerosmith
All
CD.
right.
I do think that was a real call to management, though, because that was so awful you couldn't have planned that. That was an actual call.
I think the idea was he was going to stir some stuff up, but the whole plan completely
Backfired?
because it was not. He said, "Yeah, it's in your office. Just look."
So there was no reason for that last 5 minutes of radio.
Exactly. But he decided, no, we have this topic penciled in for the next 2 breaks, so we can't stop this. We have to play some songs and then come back and talk some more about.
Keep it going.
Exactly. Where does this end up? Where does this tale go next?
I can only imagine.
Getting a lot more info on this area they broadcast out of. Let's go to Brett in Florida. Brett?
Hey, Yon A, love the show. Jimmy, love you too, guys.
Yeah, who cares?
Thank you, Brett.
Sorry, Brett. I'm eating.
Jimmy will be on Leno on Thursday night. Let's make
Yes,
sure we all
I
take a
will.
peek.
Wow.
Put it on your calendars. What's up, Brett?
Yeah, I live in Cape Coral, which is southwest Florida, and I tell you guys, down there, your audience is like 50 years and older, a bunch of retirees, and so this guy to be number one, he must be, broadcasting all the 13 to 17-year-olds in high school. You know, every show down there in the morning is nationally syndicated, and so for you to be number one isn't saying much.
So there's no real competition.
No, there's no competition down there.
Wow.
You know, you've got a couple Mexican stations, and just Bubba the Love Sponge and B&T out of Indianapolis, and so for you to be number one isn't much of a claim.
Wow. All right. And someone else saying that it's not actually a city, it's just like 15 bunched towns. That's true.
You're just this little
They just
whole,
bunched 15 towns
hole-in-the-wall
together.
towns, and you're out in the middle of the woods.
They're called tribal regions. That's what they call
Yeah,
it.
That's right. It's on a trail, not
Yeah,
a road.
it's a trail.
Oh, my God.
You either have to go up to Tampa to get a good station, or over towards Miami.
Well, we're learning they were in Tampa. They already blew that opportunity. Now they're going the other way.
Maybe they
They're
decided.
south of Tampa.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, sir.
Are more people weighing in on with their thoughts and their
Yeah.
their opinions on this?
Yeah.
Yes, there is.
Because I know there's a lot of people fucking.
Oh, yeah, calling in. They want to
Okay,
comment.
yeah. Anthony has a comment.
Maybe we should hear.
Anthony in Mount Sinai.
Captain, they put this
Dude,
Estero
lower your voice. Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
Fucking
Captain,
loud, man.
They put this Estero in my ear.
Dude, your phone is terrible. Can you fucking talk lower? Seriously.
Really? Sorry, Opie.
Fucking, I'm Jim. It's awful. You're fucking loud.
Jimmy,
Every
I'm
call
so
has been
sorry,
good, though.
Jimmy. Oh, no. I'm not falling for Jimmy's nonsense.
Damn it.
Jimmy's nonsense.
Fucking Anthony goes, I'm not going to be that
Good.
guy.
All right. I just held up a sign that said it's be mean to caller time.
Yeah.
So the next caller, I had to tell him because he caught me.
Yeah.
I was going to be a dick to the next caller for no reason. I apologize, Anthony. What were you saying?
Jimmy, I should have just let it go because I could have been a promo on the show, for goodness sake.
Nah, you're honest, though. I appreciate that.
Yeah, what do you got for the show, Anthony?
I love you, Jimmy. I was good.
Thanks.
Oh, that was good. I was going to say, Captain.
Attaboy, we don't get you one way, we fuck you the other way.
We just ran an option, my friend.
So I should have waited until the right call came in. I was fucking earnest, eager.
That's all right.
Sorry.
Let's get back to Big Mama.
Wait.
He finds the bit continues.
Yeah, anticipation's been building. We want to know where is this going? Is he going to be able to broadcast out of his house, being that it's National Work from Home Week?
And did the boss really drop that thing off, or is that just a diversionary tactic to get him out of the building?
See, all these questions have not yet been answered.
Because so far he's been served, according to her,
Yes.
with
Oh,
a plate of boring.
You think the listeners are very concerned how this is going to work out there, Sam?
Absolutely. Oh, yes, Sam. Go.
Yes, I believe the listeners are glued to their radios while the Black Eyed Peas and Lord knows who else is playing.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, give it up. It's Big Mama and the Wild Bunch.
What?
B103.9.
All right, a couple of things are going on right now. First and foremost, I want to tell you, it was there behind the door. We will be broadcasting live tomorrow from my house, so that'll be a lot of fun there. Neighbors, don't come knocking on the door. We're not answering. All right?
What neighbors? A fucking alligator? Goddamn water moccasin.
Bunch of mosquitoes knocking with their fucking diseased little noses.
Knocking on my door.
Let's go to Kat. Kat, you're on the Opie and Anthony show.
I hate Big Mama. So
what?
What?
You know Big Mama, Kat?
Oh my God! I twittered Sam the other day.
She
about
tipped me
it.
off.
Oh my God.
Yep.
They every morning I used to go to school, and the first thing they
Sam,
do
you
when
sleeping
they
with Kat?
phone calls.
Not presently. It was just a Twitter message.
I have a feeling that you're sleeping with Kat.
No. I'm
Kat, you sleeping with Sam?
It's just a Twitter message.
Kat
Twitter.
is very cute.
Oh, you know Kat?
Very. Oh yeah.
Dude,
Who is this bitch?
Which one is
He
Kat?
just woke me up in the middle of like a deep sleep. He's like, Kat, and I'm like, what the fuck happened? I thought someone got fucking killed. He's like, they're doing Big Mama. You have to call. And I was like, fuck, shit, man. But they call and they do this stupid what thing, and they're all this fat white guys just sitting around. They're like, what? I'm like, just shut up. I want to punch you in the jugular. Oh, I hate that so much.
It sounds great.
Yeah, it is a good show.
Yeah, shut up, Sam. Stinks.
Oh, thank you, Kat. We appreciate it.
Yes, Kat.
Welcome.
Always lovely to hear from you.
All right. There goes Kat. Anyway.
Kat.
If she has
He's just laughing at her in the background.
Oh, this is great. David in Florida. This is a good angle on the whole Jocktober thing. David.
Yes, David in Southwest Florida. I'm here in Fort Myers. I get in my car to go to work. I hear the announcement for B103.9. I'm like, who the fuck was driving my car? You pretty much don't listen to radio down here unless, like the saying, you're into country or Mexican or old people. A lot of Christian and Mexican stations, so there isn't a lot of competition. There's 99X. Those guys are pretty funny, but
All right. Thank
That's
you,
it.
David.
Punch it out.
Good job. I'm very excited because this is the bit we teased yesterday, the Perez Hilton call.
That's right. Because
What? Oh,
you
listen
guys-
to this ad.
You guys can make fun of Big Mama and the Wild Bunch all you want and say they're from a little town, but if Estero was such a non-issue of a town, would Perez Hilton come to visit?
Wow, you're kidding me.
That's right. Perez Hilton.
You don't get Perez Hilton.
Because you're not as big as this show out of Estero is.
Mm-hmm.
And Perez Hilton comes in, I believe, weekly to deliver the gossip to the Wild Bunch.
Ooh.
And
now, how does Perez Hilton get down there every week?
Every week.
That's crazy.
It's worth the trip because this show is so big.
I guess so. Wow, maybe we're mistaken.
All the hits, B103.9. All right, we're back. Back. 6:51 here. Big Mom and the Wild Bunch. What? All right, here's what we got going on right now. It's
exhausting.
Well,
it really is.
Perez standing by, bothering me, looking at me through the window right now.
I'll go take care of him.
Yeah, where you take it?
Away! Go away!
All right, there we go. Booking and they don't get along.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get
Two queens.
yeah, two force fires battling it out. You know.
The gay guy didn't like the Perez Hilton.
Oh,
Gay guy.
Jealous.
Was staring in, was physically there and staring into the studio
Into
window.
the studio, yeah.
So gay guys don't get along with each other, I guess?
That's correct.
Yeah, they don't bond over the fact that they both enjoy the same set of genitals.
Yeah.
They don't wink at each other.
Lovely cock inside each other's mouths.
Or we could over-explain it. Filth bag. Anthony's got flu brain.
That's hysterical. Jimmy,
Because I was thinking exactly those words.
Of course you are.
People are making Esther Roll jokes now, so
Oh.
you know,
Right.
Yes. Well, let's listen to Perez Hilton live in their studio. That's a big get.
Well, yeah, I figured I'd bring in the audio so you could clearly hear that Perez Hilton is sitting in studio with them, and this is not some kind of produced piece that is sent out to dozens of stations.
No!
It is live, obviously.
Right.
Because he just yelled at him.
Exactly.
Okay.
And you can here's Perez.
Ooh.
Gossip gangster coming at you.
Perez Hilton.
It's World War III between John and Kate Gosling. John has withdrawn a massive amount of money. I'm talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars from him and...
Guy's a horrible broadcaster.
He doesn't have a good voice.
Just say, go to my website.
The fact that anybody would buy this asshole's fucking podcast or whatever it
How
is.
annoying is that?
But the thing is, he's supposed to be in studio. Where's the hello?
Yeah,
Thanks
yeah.
for coming in. And why is the music playing? Where's the fucking rivalry? Like, why does he go to the gay guy? Why did you just yell at me?
Yeah, what happened? He
Believe
doesn't
it or not,
acknowledge the show?
That is the first piece of audio from Perez Hilton after that outcry. Perez doesn't even acknowledge that he was just scolded. So maybe
that's weird.
Maybe
why
he's
wouldn't
really
he
mad.
acknowledge?
He might really be mad.
Why wouldn't he say hi?
Yeah. I don't know. It's also amazing. They're really good with the sweepers and the production. The way Perez knows when to stop right on time so he can get the sweeper right in and then he can come right after it.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good.
Someone is saying Omer, I think, or Omar, maybe, I don't know, from Jersey. Please go to YouTube and watch the Big Mama Chicken Kung Pao video.
Oh, yeah, you guys got to see this.
He writes, it's horrendous.
Chicken Kung Pao video?
This is his big, you know how all these local shows now have one kind of big YouTube video that they, put on their own website and everything?
No.
Or is it-
Yes.
Yes.
I don't understand.
What is it?
Here it goes.
All right. Big Mama and the Wild Bunch. Chicken
Man,
Kung
I'm
Pao.
hungry. You hungry?
Oh, no.
Hungry too.
There's the Wild Bunch.
I'm starving like Marvin. What do you want to get, dude? I want a cheeseburger. A cheeseburger? Nah. I'm thinking some Chinese food.
Yeah.
Food?
Yeah?
That sounds good.
I want some of that chicken kung pao. Yeah. You want some chicken kung pao? Man, it doesn't agree with my stomach. Man, let's go get some chicken kung pao. Come on. I want a
That's Big Mama.
cheeseburger.
Oh.
Oh, no.
I'm so hungry.
Wait, this is the tune to Boom Boom Pow.
Oh,
Gotta
shit.
eat that.
I smell song
Gotta
parody,
eat
Sam.
that.
Oh, no.
I smell
Gotta
song
eat that.
parody. Parody,
Gotta
parody,
eat that.
parody,
That,
parody,
that,
parody,
that,
parody,
that
parody,
chicken
parody,
kung pao,
song parody.
that crab
Song
rangoon, that chicken kung pao, that crab rangoon, that chicken kung pao, that crab rangoon, that chicken kung pao,
That's bad.
that crab rangoon.
That's funny.
I got that craving that's hot, just throw some rice in the bowl. All I can think about is that shrimp egg roll. Now dice that chick, you know I like it thick.
I am-
That chicken kung pao, gotta eat that chicken kung pao.
I love that chicken kung pao. That chicken's just my style. They try to fill me up. I'm on the next bowl now. I weigh 198. Big Mama's 308. We eat that chicken kung pao.
Ate
All
twice.
with that crab rangoon.
That chicken kung pao. That chicken kung pao.
Let's get the locals involved.
That
Yeah.
chicken
All the
kung
locals
pao.
singing it.
They're good.
That chicken kung pao. Oh, that wonton soup.
He's spilling it.
Wonton soup.
That's who got mad at Perez.
Stop, you're spilling it.
I wish he'd go out the same way.
Because it makes me go boom. When I step inside the store, I got the and y'all can keep the plate eight. And
Is that the gay guy?
Oh, yeah.
I want those supersized fries.
Wow.
And that
That's
sweet
the guy who should
milk.
give him Perez whoop.
He's wearing a scarf. I wish that was Carradine's contraption that he had on.
Chicken kung pao. Give me some of them egg rolls on the side, especially them shrimp ones. I like those. They don't got cheeseburgers here, Adam. Hey, give me some of that crab rangoon. What you think, Baz? What you want to do?
Here I go. People in my face.
Oh.
Get out my face. Hating on my weed. Don't be a hater. Say this on the air. Yeah. This is real hair. Expensive.
I'll be rocking them beats.
Is this almost over?
This is horrible.
It's got about 30
Is
seconds.
this looped?
And it's a. Please go to the Please go to YouTube.
Chicken
And
Kung
look at
Pao.
If this has more than 9 views, I'm shooting myself.
How many views are we looking at?
29,714, and I think it's going to go up after today.
Oh, shit.
It's Chicken Kung Pao by Big Mama and the Wild Bunch.
Big Mama.
Big
Holy
the Wild Bunch.
shit. That was so embarrassing.
One more time?
No.
I'd rather eat a shit sandwich.
Chicken Kung Pao.
What is the inside shit going on? I missed out.
I'm just laughing.
I missed out on the inside shit
when
stuff.
when he was spilling the wonton soup.
Yeah.
Anthony just did the Godfather thing that we've done a million times. You're spilling it, and then he's like talking to no one. He's like, I hope it goes out the same way. And it's he's responding. No one can see the visual he's responding to, and it's a 1971 death reference. And it just makes me laugh. Though. How perfect! Just spilling it. Just connecting those things really just struck me as very funny.
That's the only. You know, I didn't even realize that. Yeah, we're doing a radio show. No one can see that. They can't get the reference.
No.
Only Jimmy is looking at it and gets.
Yeah, it's like he's spilling wonton soup.
We need a true video element to this show. How great would it be if the listeners could see Anthony doing that impression as he's watching the video, and you could see the video he's referring to?
It struck me as very, very silly.
It's a no-brainer. Let's get this done. We're just about done with this show there, Sam. We're in the middle of the Perez Hilton thing. I hope the virus is standing by.
He better be.
For
He
today's
knows
appearance.
it's Jocko.
He knows
Virus.
he got some material, right?
Good.
He was writing.
Virus is good.
World War III between John and Kate Gosling. John has withdrawn a massive amount of money. I'm talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars from him and Kate's joint bank accounts, leaving Kate with a meager $1,000 to survive on. Kate has apparently lawyered up, and the lawyers have sent John a letter demanding he return the family's hard-earned money immediately. John Gosling is a moron.
Perez.
What a fucking bore.
Pretty brave, too. He's a moron.
He wants attention so bad.
Fucking hate him.
He's such a jizzbag.
So this show, actually said, we need that entertainment element on here. Can we get Perez Hilton? Does he do something where he does a daily rundown and we buy it along with other stations?
I think probably Perez Hilton's people put out a thing saying, hey, Perez is now doing radio, and your station can have Perez Hilton. And so the management of that station said, this is exactly what Big Mama and the Wild Bunch need, and they can pretend to talk to him.
Yeah.
And the good thing for Perez Hilton, he makes all the stations compete because he'll only do one per market.
You can only do one per market.
And they don't even do it right where it seems like they're interacting. Like I was explaining yesterday at the fake celebrity interview.
Oh, I love them.
Where they already give you the answers that the celebrity's going to answer a bunch
Write
of
them
questions.
down. And you're like, so what do you feel about the character that you're playing in this next movie? The character I'm playing in this next movie really
and you're supposed to believe that you're actually
you're chit-chatting.
The host is actually talking to the guy.
Do we have audio of one of those? I wanted audio of that. Yes, do we have any of that?
I'm working on
to hear that.
getting passwords back for the prep.
Well, where's the
burger
virus?
stuff.
I think we wrap up today's Jocktober with an appearance by our new morning show character, the virus.
There's a great celebrity interview, by the way, that's going to be played on this show soon.
What?
I'm not telling you. It's a surprise.
All right. And the virus, what does he do, Jimmy?
He spreads hilarity.
Infects.
What?
He infects us with
infects us with
Infects us with
hilarity.
hilarity.
Yes, while he infects himself.
Here goes the virus.
Look at the virus.
He's
Look at
so
him.
unhappy. Can you set up the virus microphone?
Look at his
Get his
loose
music
pants.
playing.
His
Get
loose
his music.
pants.
Here comes the
His loose
virus.
pants make his dick look like. Look at his dick. It looks like he's got a little boner.
His music.
Don't acknowledge him. Only as his character.
Yes.
Hi, virus. How are you this morning?
Virus.
Hey guys, what's up?
Wow, that's the guy.
Wow, it's Virus.
How you doing, virus?
Not too good today, guys.
What's
Not too
wrong?
good.
You got the trout flu that Bob Kelly's giving everyone?
Yeah, the virus is not feeling very well.
Why aren't you feeling well, virus? If you're named the virus, you're not feeling well all the time,
Was
right?
it the walk down the hallway? A virus?
First
Little
thing.
truth to that. The virus is.
There's an 1/8-inch incline over a half mile.
He had to walk over that door jam, tuckered himself out.
What's up, virus?
Yeah,
What's up, guys?
You ready to infect us with some hilarity today?
Oh, yeah.
All right, he's ready. What do you got today, virus?
Besides a horrible cough.
Fake cough.
Well,
The piece of paper opens up.
He wanted to be prepared today.
It's a scrap.
The setups are perfect, by the way. Listen to the setups the virus gives.
all right. So, as we were discussing yesterday, apparently, Letterman has been having sex with his show staff. He has been.
Wow, that's crazy, virus. What do you got on that?
Well, I guess there's proof he conducts his own pre-show interviews.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Holy mother of God.
You wanted punchlines.
Yes, we still do.
Yes.
I want to punch you.
All right. Virus, what else is going on out there in the land of
Oh, boy.
hilarity?
Well, we also discussed Roman Polanski,
Yeah, we-
arrested for the rape of a 13-year-old
That's right.
31 years ago.
That's right, virus.
Well, at least you got her in her prime. Fucking her now would be like pulling apart an old grilled cheese sandwich.
This is the best bit ever.
It's so bad.
I'll say that the virus kind of got me a little on the grilled cheese sandwich line. I like that.
Okay,
That's
good.
graphic and vile.
That is kind of rude.
That is really crass.
Oh, the virus
All right,
might be coming back.
Let's
Yeah.
hear the virus's music. Come on, he's killing today.
And finally,
What do you
No,
mean,
finally, 3 jokes.
Come on.
Fucking virus is a total no talent.
in Brooklyn, a reggae star was cut with a samurai sword.
Oh yeah, we did that story yesterday.
Wow.
Exactly.
I miss the old days of sideways Glocks and drive-bys. Why are those people trying to get fancy?
Boozy, boozy, bop, city bop.
Oh, that was his prepared material. Very good.
That was good.
You got to give us 2 more now.
Just improv a little bit. John and Kate.
Just riff.
John
You
and
got
Kate.
John and Kate.
What do you got?
What's the 2 big stories today, Jimmy?
Letterman's big. John and Kate
We
plus
did
8.
this Letterman. Yeah, John and Kate plus 8.
Go.
And the Earn Andrews case. The guy in it's coming out spied on other women besides Earn Andrews.
Yeah.
Well, the virus wasn't really prepped for that. Perhaps if you hit me tomorrow, I might have something.
No, come on, virus.
Come on, virus.
John and Kate.
Plus 8. Give us the setup.
Scandal.
The setup is perfect every time.
The money,
I got to
the
give you
fucking
that.
kids, the...
Talk about the joint bank account.
Yeah,
John took all
yeah.
the money.
You could do it. It was very funny when he did the Letterman joke. I enjoyed that.
Ted enjoys the virus, by the way, Ann. You missed that yesterday.
Right.
He's a big
Ted's
fan
a
of
big
the
fan of the virus.
Thinks he's hilarious. I didn't understand the grilled cheese one, but I thought it was very funny.
Here we go.
John and Kate.
Start with the setup.
Just plus 8. Just relate to it. Think of it as ATE.
John and Kate plus 8. Joint bank account. John took all the money, leaving Kate with nothing, and now she can't pay her bills. Give us the setup, virus. Stand up. It might help you.
Yes.
E and Rock plus size.
I'm doing a show called John and Nate. Boo.
All right.
Here it is.
Here we
John
go.
and Kate.
Do the setup at least.
The money.
And something will come to you.
Yeah, someone come to you.
Well, if you heard about John and Kate,
No, what's going on with John and Kate, virus?
Yeah, come on, Vi.
well, John withdrew $2,300,000 from the bank account that he was sharing with Kate.
What? 20,
Wait, what?
2,300,000.
How many? 23?
A lot of money.
$2,300,000. Holy shit.
Start over, virus.
300,000.
Have you heard about John and Kate?
What happened?
Yeah.
John Gosling withdrew $230,000 from the bank account he was sharing with Kate.
Oh, yeah, we heard about that,
I
Virus.
heard about that, Virus.
Here comes the
What's your
punchline.
take on it? What's your take?
One punchline.
What do you got?
Here we go.
Let's go.
Here's the punchline.
Go.
That's horrible. I've got nothing.
Is that what Kate said? Out to the bank?
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Where's the punchline?
Come on.
Yeah.
Setup
Give
was
us
perfect.
something.
Here we go.
Come on, think.
Here comes the punchline.
Here it comes.
Virus
Go.
is the guy
And
who
go.
Virus comes in and just
Yeah.
rattles off hysterical
Yep.
comedy.
Thought after thought. He infects us with
Like
hilarity.
that. Just like the Letterman monologue. Come on.
Come on.
You're infecting us with some hilarity
Let
this
her rip.
morning.
He withdrew the money, took it. She's now left.
Go.
Can't pay her bills, can't feed her family.
Feed the family.
Let's
There's
go,
so much
Virus.
fodder there for the virus.
Let's go. One punchline. That's all we ask for. One.
Here it comes.
Still looking for one. He's turning beet red. And go.
Just an amusing observation, perhaps.
Yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like a classic punchline.
Here we
Anything,
go.
Virus.
Let's go, Virus.
Not thinking of anything right now.
Dickie Punchcock writes from Woodside, there should be a punchline waiting for E-Rock outside the studio.
Look. John and Kate.
It's
right?
It's comedic fodder.
Yeah. I mean,
come on.
She's out of the money. He took the money. She's saying she can't feed the kids.
Sure.
He's off the show. He's
Yep.
keeping the kids off the show. She had a makeover. There's so much there.
What do you got?
Virus? What do you got
Go.
now? Do another little setup.
Go.
And then just go right into a punchline.
What do you got?
Like, listeners, they're not even trying. Like Kevin from Connecticut writes, the new show is called John plus 230,000.
Yeah,
There you go. Can't use that one.
Nope. He wouldn't remember it anyway.
Do the setup again. Something will come to you.
Yeah.
One punchline. That's all we're asking for today.
That's it.
One punchline. Stand up.
Yeah, no sitting.
The virus doesn't sit.
No.
He comes in with energy and jokes.
Yeah, the
He doth
virus.
lumber.
Jokes for everyone. Try it again, virus.
Have you heard about John and Kate?
No, what's going on with John and Kate
Wow.
there, virus?
John Gosling withdrew $230,000 from the account he was sharing with Kate.
Wow,
I
that's
heard
crazy.
about that.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. Wow, Virus. So what's your take on the whole thing, Virus?
It's funny, right? We weren't sure yesterday.
The look of utter puzzlement.
Me and Jimmy just weren't sure. We thought it was funny. It is, right? Dude, look, you're not going to be able to use these punchlines either, but look how easy it is. Justin in Tampa, you heard the setup. Where's the punchline? Hit it.
Good thing those kids are Korean, because they might have to eat those dogs.
There you go.
There you go.
There's a punchline.
See? That
There's
would've
another
been
punchline
one.
you could have used. James in Virginia.
Kate's got a big cunt.
All right. See, there's a little something.
There you go.
You can't use those, but it should be inspiring.
And Stephen Ohio says the virus sounds like a black jazz singer from the 20s.
Let me tell you what I used to do in New Orleans. Yeah. Can you dig it? I knew that you could.
And this guy says he'd rather
Can
play his
you
own.
eat it? I knew that you could.
Everyone's calling it with punchlines, virus. You can do this.
Come on, punchline there, Virus. Let's
One
go.
punchline. That's all we're asking for today. One lousy punchline from the virus. Back to the setup, virus. Oh, he's got one, guys. He's got one.
Oh, okay.
All right, good. He looks like he has a bit of confidence. Good.
What do you got?
All right, do the
Just a
setup
little
again.
smile and everything.
Yeah, do the setup again.
What do you got, buddy?
Let's go.
Come on, Virus.
Have you heard about John and Kate?
Yes.
What's the latest on John and Kate there, Virus?
John Gosselin withdrew $230,000
Yep.
from the account he was sharing with Kate.
Wow. A lot
Here
of money.
comes the punchline.
Unfortunately for Kate, that's the money she uses to spend on that hairdo.
Oh, God.
See, somebody on It's a Feedback just writes, first time he's withdrawn. A little like fucking, you know.
Oh, God damn. Oh, fucking
Can you eat that? I knew that you could.
This is going so many directions right now. Fuck. Do we move on from the John and Kate? Or?
No.
All right.
Why would we?
All right.
Oh, my. I don't know. I want to hear after he gives us one good one out of Johnny Kate, then we move on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just to help you out, some of the ones coming in. Kate plus 8 plus food stamps. Unfortunately, Kate was saving all that money to sew her pussy tighter. It's now.
Not your awful idea. Buy a new hairdo. Shut up.
Kate plus 8 living off the state came in.
Thanks, Aunt Eric.
Hairdo.
Hair fucking do.
What a fool.
Virus.
He rules.
Virus does rule.
Virus
owns.
What?
Virus.
Go Virus.
All right, you got it. We gave you more. How about T from Buffalo? Just right. Kate likes it ass to mouth. There you go.
Go ahead, Virus.
They're killing on instant feedback and on the phones. You can do it, Virus.
You can.
One punchline.
Just a funny anecdote or
Here we
observation.
go. Looking for one punchline. Here comes the Virus. And stand up. Why is he sitting down, Sam?
Yeah, you got to stand up the Virus.
Stand up, Vi.
All right, here we go. Do the setup again. At least might get your brain thinking.
Well, maybe a different subject on the same thing. John and Kate, but maybe talk about the kids or the fact that she
is a bitch.
Is a bitch, doesn't have any more money.
Leave the hairdo out of it.
He's banging young broads, or at least one.
Yeah.
He's so beef red. He is so red. Here comes the Virus, everyone.
Virus.
Turn up the music. Let's get some energy back in the room. Let's
Come
go,
on,
Virus.
Virus. You can do it.
Virus.
Here we go.
Here it is.
Do the setup. Something will come to you. I have confidence.
I know that. Thanks.
The epitome of someone with nothing.
wait.
Go ahead.
This is going to be a hot video today. I'm finally
All right.
videotaping again.
Here we go.
Here we go. Virus, what do you got? John and Kate plus 8. Start with the setup.
Hey, did you hear about John and Kate?
No, Virus. What's going on with John and
What?
Kate?
John Gosselin
Yeah.
withdrew 230,000. 200 fucking
Pounds?
Come on, Virus. You can do this. I know you can do this. What happened to John? What did he do?
John Gosselin withdrew $230,000
$230,000.
Wow.
That's crazy, Virus.
from the account he was sharing with Kate.
Yeah. Here comes the punchline.
Let's go. Your
One
turn.
punchline.
Hit us.
And go. Here it comes. Looking for one punchline. And what do you got, Virus? And go. And here it comes. The punchline is about to happen.
From what we heard, he withdrew the money.
Yep.
That he shared with
Withdrew
Kate.
it.
Correctamundo.
That's what Virus has told us so far.
Looking for one punchline.
Just one.
Now
lousy
we just
punchline.
need a little something.
And go.
Go.
And here it is. In 5.
Looking for that punchline today. One punchline.
Just one. John and Kate plus 8. He took $230,000 out and go.
And go.
What do you got?
Fuck. Here comes the punchline.
I'm drawing a blank.
Come on.
John and Kate.
John and Kate.
Sorry, guys, I got nothing.
Let's do another subject, and if you're really that stuck. Jump around from subject to subject. You're topical.
No, he's got to at least end with one last punchline.
Yeah, come on. One punchline.
One.
John and Kate.
John and Kate.
Humiliating circus
Let's see.
music.
It's just not,
Completely humiliating.
it's just not right.
So, withdrew the money. She's left alone with the kids and no money.
Yeah.
What's she gonna do, Virus?
What is she going
To do go.
Well, what's John doing with all that money?
What is John doing with all that money?
So many subjects to hit on.
Here comes the punchline. You got it.
No, I don't.
He doesn't have it.
Come
One
on, Virus.
lousy punchline. We're all waiting.
Everyone's waiting on the Virus.
You worry too hard about being funny. Just come out with some thoughts and observations. You're probably funnier than you think.
Just
Yeah.
blurt it out, Virus.
Yeah, well, the first thing in your mind, get a bing.
And go.
Go.
And we're waiting. Still waiting.
We're gonna be waiting a long time. I got nothing.
Just an observation. Come on.
Yeah.
Just say anything. Virus is falling apart.
Virus is really very upset with himself.
Come on, Virus. You can do this.
Anything?
Oh, here it comes. He's got it right here. Here comes the punchline. To you, Virus. What's the punchline?
Sorry, guys, I have nothing. Nothing's coming to me.
Nothing at all?
Come on, anything.
Just anything.
Just a thought.
Come on. We'll let you off the hook. One punchline.
I gave one already.
Shit.
Hold on.
Oh, my God.
Don't look.
Virus is coming up with the punchline to
Come
the
on
John
now.
and Kate story that's
John
in
and
the news
Kate.
today.
Come on, Virus. Fuck.
We're all counting on you.
Come on.
Okay, so now you do the setup and then boom. Got it. Boom.
All right, there you go.
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 Set up joke.
Did you hear about John and Kate?
No, what's going on?
John Gosselin withdrew $230,000 from the account he was sharing with Kate.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
And I thought debt wouldn't move.
Exactly. I just wrote the biggest non-punchline down.
He read it. Fucking Virus rules.
Oh, Jesus Christ. The Virus is amazing.
All right, Virus. I think we're done with you today.
Thank you.
But I mean, we're going to be featuring you all month long for Jocktober. You know that.
The Virus. Yep, all month.
Do you like the Virus?
I love the Virus. Oh, is he the best? He leaves you looking like he's got a virus. He's all red, sweaty.
Thank you, Virus. Now watch what happens. He gets really mad at himself.
Oh, here we go.
Don't be mad at yourself. You gave
No,
it the old
it's okay.
college
You
try.
did very good there, Virus.
Yes.
He just,
Compared to your other failures, it wasn't a monumental one.
Yeah, look at the long, lonely walk down the hall. With
The
his
worst
baggy
ass in
pants.
history. His ass looks like he was lost it to cancer. It's like he thumbtacks his jeans to his fucking hips.
It fell on a belt sander.
the best he can't come up with one punchline, just one thing that just might make a little sense, and maybe
Something.
make one person out there chuckle.
Anything with $223,000 was pretty good. That was his best joke, and it was a complete mistake.
Oh wow,
$2,300,000.
We gotta fucking edit that video. That'll be up later.
a
Why
good
don't
one.
we take a break, Amp?
Oh, please!
Jimmy?
After the
Yeah,
virus,
9 o'clock already. Wow.
Sure.
you're gonna have to.
We got Lady Gaga saying shit on SNL. What's going on with SNL and the cursing, man?
They love it.
Then
They
we got the
don't care.
coons attacking a woman in Florida.
What?
For real, yeah. No.
Oh, I read that story. Okay.
So take it back.
Yeah, okay. It's hard to take a bell back. Okay, I'll use this. There, back.
And also, Barbara Walters and Joy Behar going at it over the Letterman controversy.
Lesbian style or just?
Yeah, they're licking each
going
other's
at it?
twats
Licking
live
their
on
guacs?
ABC.
Licking some guacs.
I knew they would put that table to good use eventually. They just fucking.
Oh God! The scene that would be.
You imagine they just
you
pin
liking
down.
this?
They just pin down Babs and everyone gets a lick.
Ah,
Gets a lick at the.
No,
old...
they make Babs do the licking.
Really?
Yeah.
let
I think
Babs
it'd be
get licked.
Yeah, I think it'd be
Watch it.
better to watch her old pussy get licked.
Watching the girls go like, and like a big gray curly snaggly one comes out. Yuck.
The grape seed.
Great.
Do you like the virus?
Who couldn't?
It's great.
We weren't sure yesterday.
No,
I knew
that
that.
is,
He was amusing us. We knew that much.
that is virus-terrific. That is a home run.
What? All right.
It is bad. It is stupid.
It is always here.
All right, we're going to break. Jimmy Fallon had a quick one about Letterman. We go to break with this.
There's a new book out called Why Women Have Sex that has a list of 237 reasons why women have sex. And Letterman knows the top 10.
What else is going on today? Let me look around.
Rock.
Yankees lowering their ticket prices, huh? For next year?
Oh, yeah? Speaking of...
Trying to get more people in the seats? What happened there, Ant? People weren't buying the big seats?
I think it's like, hard economic times. No, I have no idea. I'm sure it's a money-making ploy on their part.
They dropped some seats by as much as $1,000. Wow.
Yeah, I think those are
That's just ridiculous, paying that much money for a basbaseball game.
And that was
for any sporting event.
Those are for seats in the old Yankee Stadium. So it's really hard to see the game.
I understand.
By the way, playoffs. Anthony
needs
will now get playoff tickets. I would accept playoff tickets from this organization, Sirius XM Satellite Radio. Because I remember when I wanted tickets for that game a couple weeks ago, they said, look, we can't get regular season tickets. We can only get playoff tickets.
They did say
and
that.
And then somebody came through, thank God, with the regular season tickets. But now the playoffs, Anthony wants to go to the stadium, see some playoff games. I think it's good for the show.
Of course it is.
That is the first and foremost thing. I wouldn't do this for just me. I wouldn't do this just so I could selfishly go to a Yankees game. What this would be is me going to the Yankee game so I could come in the next day and give a first-hand eyewitness account of the Yankees in the playoffs. As a matter of fact, not even thinking of myself in this situation. Not even thinking of myself. I just want Yankee playoff tickets. Oh, yeah. But not for me, like selfishly, for the show, so I can come in the next day and talk about the game.
Of course.
It's just one of those things that I think would be great for the show, and I would have to sacrifice my time and actually go to the game, spend money on the beers and the hot dogs and stuff, sit there and watch the game, and then come in here and talk about it. But so anyone listening,
get it
from
done.
the organization, Anthony, Yankee playoff tickets. Thank you.
While we're at it, now that I decided I liked football this year, I want some Jet tickets.
Want some Jet tickets?
Yeah. See, that proves he doesn't know much about sports. He admitted on the air today. Shut up. Once again, shut up. Yeah, I like football a little more this year than past years. Yes,
what happened to Sanchez this week? What happened? A lot of turnovers.
Well, he's a rookie.
Yeah. He was very upset with himself, you could see.
Well, Rex Ryan thinks it's a nice little learning experience for the
It's
young,
like, you got to lose.
fella.
It's good to get that loss out of the way, though.
And if you're
pressure.
going to lose, you should lose in that way.
Yeah.
Because then you could sleep a little better.
Then you're all right.
A little better.
As long as they pick it up next week and,
Well, I was listening to Sirius XM. I said this yesterday, driving back from Philly.
Yeah.
And the one guy, I don't know what his name was, he described it perfectly. He goes, there's only one way to describe this. He got punched in the face today.
Yeah, finally got punched in the face.
He had some big mistakes.
That's a good one. And
look, I'm not stupid. I was trash talking, but the Saints are a better football team. Yes.
They were running all over him.
And
my
plus
God.
it was at home for the Saints, and, they're a powerhouse.
He could not he's throwing the ball right at him.
99
here you go.
Yard interception.
Here you go. Take this with you. And then Big Blue did very good.
Fuck, I hate
They
the
did very
Giants.
good. I know you don't like the Giants.
And
but they
Eli's
did very
saying
well.
that he's going to play hurt or something. He's got some weird fucking...
Yeah, his foot. He's got an inflamed... They did an MRI. He's got like an inflamed ankle or something.
I think it's underneath, isn't it?
Yeah. They said he can play with it as long as he can stand the pain.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, take the pain.
Take the pain.
But I think the big football star had to be Brett Favre deciding he's going to play good for the fucking Vikings, and a year after making a fucking abomination of the Jets.
Fucking.
And he went in there and just creamed Green Bay.
Can I give you one of these for that statement?
Yeah.
What?
Give me a what?
What?
Wow.
Vikings 4-0, and they beat the Packers in Monday Night Football last night.
Beat the Packers.
And Favre had a good game, 271 yards, 3 TD passes.
Must have felt good for him, too, to go and just kick the old team's ass like that.
He's been wanting that for a while, huh?
Yeah, he was getting a little emotional during the press conference.
But he's 4-0.
Yeah, I know. What happened last year? Oh, he was injured. Oh, no one told anybody. Ooh.
Yeah, no one was supposed to know.
Great, thanks.
Great. As we're all running out buying our jerseys.
Yeah.
Like
Let's see the broken quarterback play.
Yeah, like he's the second coming. We're just shelling out our fucking hard-earned dollars, and the guy's hurt, and the team didn't want to tell anybody.
Ixnay on the injury K.
Fucking A.
Iwe Idne Unime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, there's our
That's the
sports
football
break.
wrap-up.
I think we did pretty good.
Yeah, considering I'm a baseball fan.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yankee
Oh, the Twins and the Tigers. I didn't know they're doing that one-game playoff shit tonight.
One-game playoff
Oh, wow,
thing.
tonight?
That shit is awesome.
This decides who plays the fucking Yankees.
Basically saying, fuck the 162 games you just played.
Yeah, fuck it. It comes down to one game.
That didn't mean shit.
One game.
I love those games.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The one game
I hope
who
it's the
gets to go
Tigers.
into the playoffs.
I hope it's the Tigers. I'd like to
I don't
see
care
the Yankees
either way.
play the Tigers.
I don't care either way.
No?
Not really.
Yeah?
Don't really care about baseball.
No?
My Islanders look good.
Playing baseball? They should
They play a good
baseball.
game of baseball.
They should definitely just fucking start playing baseball. We're a baseball team now. Okay.
Home opener, we played the Penguins tough.
Homo?
We outplayed ourselves there.
Yeah.
We outplayed the Penguins for 2 periods, and then we couldn't hold them back in
Then
that third.
just lost it.
Well, we get a point because the game ended in a tie, and then we lose in the shootout, Anthony.
So you still get a point.
That shootout, now that I think about it, I fucking hate it.
But you were digging the shootout.
At first, I loved it
Yeah.
because I kind of saw it in the playoffs, and that was so exciting. But now it's like for these guys to just scrap
Free
for
point.
3 periods and then a 5-minute overtime, and then then it's just a dumb shootout. Like, I hate it now.
Yeah.
Why not play another 5-minute overtime? You're spending 5 minutes doing the shootout, basically. So just do another 5-minute overtime.
Let them all skate.
And they should just keep taking players off the ice until it's decided.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Now it's just down to 2 guys on each side and
What
a goalie.
a big hook comes out and just grabs them.
How great would that be? You would see some great skating. Do something different. That shootout, I've changed my mind. I hate it.
Don't like it.
Fucking hate it, Amp.
Wow, we're like a fucking sports show now.
Well,
BCN should have kept us.
And the Islanders might be moving.
Yes,
Those fucking politicians can't figure it out. So the Islanders owner is starting to take some phone calls from other people that might be interested in the team. There was something in the paper today. They might maybe move them to Queens.
Yeah.
Put a little stadium right next to the City Field there.
Try to make them a little more city than Long Island.
Well, they would just keep them on the island, please.
They do have that rep of just being the old white trash mullet fucking Long
Dude.
Island team.
It's embarrassing going to an Islander home game.
Yeah,
it's
Well, this game
fucking
sucks.
embarrassing because I got a lot of friends in Philly, so I get to go to some Flyers games. The fucking Devils have an amazing arena right
Yeah.
over the water here, right over the river, and their presentation is just great.
Yeah.
It's
Gonna
all
get the-
fucking lights and lasers and fucking hot chicks and the Islanders. It's like watching minor league hockey or something.
Fire hazard.
It's horrendous. It's embarrassing. It really is.
It's like that place in Comac now where they used to do the flea market.
Oh, right.
The old Comac Arena. Piece of shit.
Yeah, there's no shootouts in the playoffs. I'm sorry,
No?
Bill. Yeah, it's the Trout Flow, Bill. I'm sorry. Yeah, that'll give people something to talk about for the next fucking 3 days.
There you go.
Jesus, just enjoy the fucking show.
Don't sweat the details.
I actually went on a website because like, oh wow, look at this really nice positive thread, and then within 3 posts, it was like why they hate life. I'm like,
Turns
Jesus, all right, I'll check you guys out in another month or so.
Yeah.
Enough.
3 posts. I'm surprised it took that long.
It's just amazing. Someone could go on there and go, I cured cancer. And then within 3 posts, it's why this guy's a
great.
fucking asshole and
Yeah,
needs to be fisted. And
thanks for doing it now and not a year ago when maybe my father could have used it or
Right.
something like that.
every
yeah,
fucking
working on
time.
it.
Hey, I did it to myself, but
By the way, we missed a huge story so far.
what happened?
With Ted Williams?
We're getting to the.
Oh, we know we
Williams.
have it. Okay, we do have it.
Hey, wait a minute. Is that the story we did?
I don't know. Is there more to it?
What was the story we did?
You might have been
Ted
gone,
Williams?
but where they were fucking messing with his head.
Oh, you did it already? Okay.
Oh.
I thought it just happened yesterday. Okay.
Fantastic story.
It didn't make sense that we wouldn't have talked about that.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
it must have been last week. All right.
We did
In depth.
We did.
Okay.
We did at least 3 minutes on that, Jimmy.
Oh, come on. More than that, no?
Here's Lady Gaga cursing on SNL.
Paparazzi, real good. We're dancing in the studio to that shit on the radio. Don't stop for anyone.
Wow, and
A
these.
song. Who gives a fuck?
But more importantly, when you have to sing live, wow,
Yeah.
that's horrible.
You don't like the Lady Gaga singing live?
I don't really like her in general, but you can at least understand
Who's
that
that?
it sounds like a pop song when you hear it on the radio.
That's her before she got all gaga'd.
That's Lady Gaga before she got
When she was just Stephanie.
Just little old Stephanie. You know where she used to perform, Jimmy? Cafe Wa.
Did she really?
Cafe Wow.
She's probably into the cellar then.
Cafe Wa is pretty much right next door to the Comedy Cellar. It's a great place to check out some local live music. They do a very good job down there.
She looked a lot better before she fucked her face up.
Yeah,
She
what
sucks
happened?
on every level.
Yeah, you don't like the Lady Gaga?
Did you hear that song? That's her actually singing. There's no
Yeah.
talent there.
But I don't know what. You know something? I'm looking
She's
at
a
Lady
product.
Gaga.
She's a product of the studio.
I guess that's pre fucking Gaga, right?
Yeah.
It's not bad. I mean,
look over there.
She's a little weird looking, but it's kind of one of those. I don't know what to make of her.
Look up there.
I don't. Yeah. Okay. That's a weird kind of angle, and the hat is not good.
Why? It's the fedora.
She's
taking
wearing
over the
a
world.
Fucking American Express. Don't leave home without it hat.
Carl Malden's hat.
She's got Carl Malden's hat on.
They did a whole article on the fedora over the weekend.
Oh, really?
And how it's making a huge comeback.
Is it?
And now it's everywhere.
Why?
I don't know. All right, what do you want? The View? The Coons?
I don't know what to make of this Gaga.
Let's do The View.
The View girls.
This Letterman thing is really hot.
It is.
And, well, the girls, were thinking they would have a little fun with this whole fucking thing, and Barbara Walters had to, stick her fucking head into it and get involved because she has a personal relationship with Letterman.
Oh, true. How personal.
But it's okay when, you guys talk about everybody else.
She been up in the room? That personal? The room. The secret room.
I guess she's a world-class piano player.
Is she really?
From Whackbag is saying, all right.
Who?
The Gaga.
Oh, I'm seeing her right now playing some keyboards.
The Gaga.
She's got the dark hair. She looks like she's in some real shithole club.
That might be Cafe Wa.
Let me see the picture.
Got some
no, Cafe Wa's not
some pink fishnets on.
Let me see it.
And it's not, something? I like the older version of the Gaga.
With the darker hair and stuff?
Yeah, there's just something about,
yeah. All right.
And there's some sweaty bitch behind her. It's nice.
Let's go to The View.
Sweaty stage whores.
This is how the girls handled the Letterman thing. First track, whatever. Second track is pretty good.
As I said, I can give you a list of executives and people in lower levels who, where do you meet people? In the workplace.
Yeah, but that does not eliminate the fact that if you're one of the girls who works there and you're just, doing your job, and suddenly this other chick is getting the airtime and getting the after checks and going out there and
Well,
getting.
maybe you're annoyed today, but that's not necessarily sexual harassment. It isn't
Well,
sexual
no,
harassment.
but that's not necessarily true because I think the definition also includes creating an atmosphere that's uncomfortable.
Well, I talked to
so
agencies.
these other girls might have been very
Can I tell
uncomfortable.
you-
Wow, I'm surprised Joy would take that angle, huh?
Ugh, an atmosphere that's
Well,
uncomfortable.
I'm really
Shut
surprised
up.
she would take that angle,
Hate
Joy
that.
Behar.
Atmosphere that's uncomfortable?
What's the uncomfortable fucking atmosphere?
Don't know.
I can't stand the fact that the workplace has become like that.
The workplace is
atmosphere that's
Dude.
uncomfortable. Just getting up is uncomfortable. Shut up.
As soon as you fucking put your badge on that thing and it goes beep, meaning time for
Uncomfort.
work, it's uncomfortable.
There's
What's
lack of
comfortable?
comfort.
What is comfortable about work at this point? It used to be a great place. You couldn't wait to go to work in some cases because it was like a fucking nightclub.
Yeah.
You're flirting with the skirts. You're gambling on the big
Smoking.
the big games. You're smoking,
Smoking
drinking, sucking,
right in your
fucking.
cubicle. Get by the water cooler. Talk about how you're going to Xerox your asses.
Yeah, you got calendars with girls in bikinis.
Yeah.
Now, as soon as you walk in, it's uncomfortable. What are they talking about? What's comfortable about it? What is
not.
comfortable about work? Anthony, go. Think
Let me
regular
think.
job.
Regular
Think a lot
job.
of-
I'm not talking here because here is like ridiculous. It's still fun. You just come in
Yeah,
here,
it's all right.
Management gets on your ass every so often, but for the most part, we're just sitting in here, jabber-jawing
Right.
and having a good time.
Jabber-jawing.
But regular workplace, what's fun?
What's comfortable about it? Even?
Comfortable. You go in.
You're scared that someone's going to fucking.
You're constantly under the gun. You go to your cubicle and you start typing out things on your keyboard. Maybe fun. You could post something or tack up something fun in your cubicle that
Nope.
you can look. Oh, that's right. You can't do that.
No. And,
All right.
And during your downtime, don't check that Facebook. They're watching you.
No, they'll watch that
Don't
too.
fucking do any twittering on your office computer.
What about forwarding funny emails of
No,
a joke that
can't
might?
do
No,
that.
no, can't do that. That's right. That
And most of the places are going with the glass offices so they can really watch you. So
Yeah.
you can't even hide in your own
Yeah.
office anymore.
Yeah. How about
What's really fun, for real?
pulling a tub girl in your cubicle where you just do like a half a handstand and diarrhea fucking fountain.
The workplace sucks.
Yes, it does.
There's nothing.
I don't know how we allowed this to happen.
And
as working people,
Joy Behar
we
saying
allowed
that.
this to happen.
Saying like it creates an uncomfortable workplace. You know, no one. It's another thing that isn't guaranteed. You're not guaranteed comfort. You're not guaranteed comfort when you go to work. Bunch of fucking babies we've turned into. Just what a bunch of fags. I'm not comfortable. You're at work. Right. You're not supposed to be.
Right.
Look at the guy working a jackhammer on the sidewalk. Does that look comfortable?
Right.
There's no harassment, no fucking shit going on there, but that motherfucker is uncomfortable.
Yeah, you think that shaking goes away when he goes home? That's all he hears in his head.
Fucking like he's got Parkinson's when he goes home.
Yeah.
And somebody sees something they don't like or hears something, or maybe the boss is fucking another girl in the office and not you.
Right.
Oh, it's uncomfortable. Who gives a shit? Do your job, get your pay, shut the fuck up. There's nothing in there that said you're guaranteed to be comfortable, guaranteed the boss is going to fuck you, unless, you know...
Everyone needs to suckle off the teat.
Figuratively fucking.
Everyone has to suck the teat.
Oh, yeah, everyone wants the fucking...
Everyone needs that comfort.
Or the attention, or that you made a difference. That's the biggest thing. I made a difference. I've made it better for the next person that comes in here in my position to come in to a more comfortable workplace.
Really? You made it better?
No, you made it fucking shitty for everyone.
Watch About Schmidt. One of our favorite movies.
See how much better it is when all your crap goes in the dumpster out back as you're trying to fucking give words of wisdom to the new guy. And all your shit is in the dumpster, Mr. Gold fucking Watch.
Because they don't need the likes of you anymore.
Get the fuck out of here with your comfortable workplace.
That About Schmidt stuff happens to every single one of us. You think you're important at work? It'll happen to us. It'll happen to everybody.
Of course it does.
Your shit will be in a dumpster.
Tired of hearing it, though. Oh, it's all the time. Someone's fucking suing this one.
Mm-hmm.
This boss is in trouble. They're not even a boss. Sometimes it's just some poor other scrub at work. Might have looked 2 seconds too long at a girl's ass. That's, you know, she's got a painted on fucking skirt.
Yeah.
And you take a look at it, and you're the asshole. She's got her tits fucking hanging out. You look 1 second too long, you're fucking going down to HR.
Hell yeah.
What a load of shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm being accused of watching Mad Men. I know I should be watching that show. I have not watched it.
Never seen it either.
Have not watched it. I just remember from my dumb experience that there was a time that you kind of enjoyed going to work. You know, it was still work, but you're like, you know what? I get some things done. I had a job where we got to play ping pong.
Wow, that's a good job.
Fuck yeah, it was.
I had a job where we could play foosball.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that was, radio.
That was radio. No, I was in shipping and receiving for Xerox up in Rochester, New York. And in between waiting for the loads to come in. Or the loads to go out, we got to play ping pong. And flirt. And one of the chicks had fucking booze.
This load of Xerox paper over to those boys at IBM. What are you doing, Mr. Hughes? You put on that Xerox uniform.
Everybody was sucking and fucking.
Sucking, fucking.
Well, the Barbara Walters thing continues with this. A little back and forth between the gals.
Okay, I would like to say just before we go, because I just want us to stick to the facts, that nobody says that David Letterman, that you didn't get a job because you didn't do this or that with him. Nobody has claimed sexual harassment. We do not know if something's going to come out, but let's stick to the facts.
What about the woman that he's married to now? She was going out with him during that whole period.
That's their private business. That's not your business or my business. And she was not married to him.
99 out of 100 things I talk about on this show are none of my business.
You can talk about it.
Give her that.
She's not complaining.
No, but
we don't know that she's not complaining.
Look, a lot of it is about public relations too, Barbara. So a lot of women out there could be identifying with this particular woman and not think it's so great to watch Letterman. I mean, it's possible that he's hurt himself in the industry a little bit. Plus the fact that if he goes down, so does his whole staff. In a way, that's the end of the show. So it's very reckless behavior.
Absolutely.
And I'm never on his show anyway, so...
If you were on his show, you wouldn't be going,
Yes, I would.
I'm really surprised that she took that angle.
First of all, it's
I'm
not...
really surprised Joy took that angle.
It's not hurting Dave. Believe me,
No.
his ratings are going to be through the roof. His demo isn't necessarily that of women that are going to be offended by this kind of behavior. That's
You gotta
another
think it's
thing.
more men, right?
I think it's more guys.
25, 54, somewhere around there.
I think girls that are going to be offended by this aren't really watching David Letterman. I don't think so.
I agree with you.
And the fact that, no girls are stepping up and saying that anyone was promoted or demoted or anything for fucking him or not fucking him.
They're not even
And
saying
what's he
nasty.
supposed to do?
They're
Yeah.
not even saying nasty things about Letterman. I mean, I'm sure there's a bunch of women that don't work for the show anymore for whatever reason.
Yeah.
They're not stepping forward and saying, "Yeah, thank God this is finally coming out. He's such a pig. He's this. He's that."
It's a guy that wanted to have some sex, found some girls at work willing to have some sex, and had some sex.
I think.
What the fuck?
I don't think it was just that though. I think Letterman he did like these women. He just
Yeah,
didn't
but-
want to settle down with.
No, I understand that.
Like,
I just,
I think they're portraying it like he went up to that secret room.
love
God,
the
I want to
secret
see
room.
the secret
I'm
room.
dying to see the secret room.
See that secret room.
You think it's just nothing but porno and
No,
large
it's-
screen
It's
TVs?
a spring mattress on the floor.
All you hear is
and just condom wrappers and fucking enemas.
just sex toys.
Yeah,
thrown about.
sex toys.
Okay.
A top 10 list, because you got to study things.
No, it sounds
Oh,
like
he does do them.
Yes. That's right, he does.
literal Jim.
Literal Jim.
But he liked these women more than just like
Yeah.
just banging.
I wonder how many there were.
That's probably
Over the
two have
years.
come out. Maybe a couple more, right?
Yeah.
But so far, no one's coming out and saying what a pig he is.
Oh.
And the one girl goes, "I would have married the guy."
Wow.
We had a nice relationship, and Dave broke it up probably because he saw something else he liked, but basically saying, he was worried about the age difference.
Or maybe she was getting too close, and he had his woman who he eventually was going to marry, and he's like, "I love this one. I'm just playing around."
Yeah, but he seems to really like this other one, the main one.
Yeah.
Because like you said earlier, Jimmy, she went to Montana hiking last year, right?
Montana.
Jimmy.
Yeah. What?
Just asked him a question. It's all right.
What?
I'm sorry. What's your question?
It's all right. It's,
Excellent.
it's just horseshit in the end. Who cares?
Hmm.
Lady Trucker wants in.
Of course. In what? Fucking cage?
Lady.
Monster.
Good morning, gentlemen. How would you guys like to be sexually harassed by me? Day in, day out. Hey, sweetie. You
know
want
what?
some work?
Yeah, but I wouldn't
Want
go
some
to.
airtime?
I wouldn't go to HR. I would handle it myself. I'd punch you in the cunt.
I'd say, no, listen, you fucking monster. I don't want to fuck you. That's what I'd say.
Right. You don't
Yeah,
need-
but I own the company, so you're out of work. I'm
No,
gonna go
then
get me some other stuff.
Then I get another job somewhere.
Right.
What are you going to do,
Yeah, everyone's got to stop thinking their job is that special.
Either that or
we
I'd
could
say,
all get
okay.
another job.
I'll say, all right, I'll throw you a fucking, but you got to triple my salary, you fucking elephant.
I wouldn't be that mean to you. I'd probably say no, thank you. I'd prefer if we kept it at a professional level.
Oh, you're such a sweet boy, Jimmy.
Thank you.
All right, LT.
Thank you.
There goes LT.
Don't get hurt walking through the Midtown Tunnel.
Ugh.
Let's say hi to Rob in New York. Rob.
Yeah, circus.
Boys,
Hey.
the two best examples of workplace elegance, I think, happens in Boiler Room, but most importantly, Alec Baldwin and Glenn Ross. Oh, my God. You want to talk about, hey, the winner gets a Cadillac, the loser gets steak knives, and if you don't make any sales, fuck you, you're fired.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't hold back.
You got that right. Damn Skippy.
That's
That's
right.
work.
That's work. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do
yeah,
that. I'm
fuck
sorry.
him.
Albany, John, what's up?
Hey, I'm going back to how shitty the workplace is. I got reprimanded a couple weeks ago for wearing
Oh, what happened?
I wore a Vic jersey on dress down day, but all the black chicks loved it.
So why are you getting reprimanded because you're wearing a Vic jersey?
Because the dogs were defenseless.
Ah, got him. What happened?
Wait, did he get reprimanded or people's own just personal opinions?
Well, all the upper level people told me I shouldn't wear it anymore.
Ah, what are they doing?
Nike taking
I don't know.
Huh?
I read that Nike took him back.
Nike took him back. He got an endorsement. Thank you, John.
Are they taking some heat?
I'm surprised that I thought they'd wait just a little longer.
You know, that's a ballsy move. I like that on Nike's part.
I believe,
Just
he
saying,
signed a new
"Fuck
endorsement
you."
deal with Nike.
What happened?
Yeah, let's see
I
if
thought Danny was shaking his head no.
Well, it says here, I'm just looking for some info on that. It just says here, Nike says that Vic is not under contract.
Company said it
Wow, then
merely
that was
provided the Eagles quarterback with shoes and gear, and that is all. Well,
that's kind of an
That's
endorsement.
kind of an endorsement.
Because now you're at home and you're seeing Michael Vick, running
This is
around with the
their-
Nike logo.
This is their way to ease into it and see how it goes.
Oh,
they're testing the waters.
They're smart.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
reported that it was an endorsement deal, but
I know.
all right.
Well, maybe they
that's
did.
come on.
Maybe they did catch some shit and decided to say, "Well, we just gave him some gear. We gave him some free gear and some free money, and but he's not under contract."
Amazing. Let's go to Justin in California. Justin.
Hey, morning, boys.
Hey.
Hi.
I just want to say I never appreciated the workplace being like this because I actually, when I got out of college, I came home and I run my family's cattle ranch here in California. Like, I literally just finished telling the cowboys what to do today while they were sitting on their horses. Like, maybe these guys have problems, maybe they don't, but they just sort it out. We don't have an HR, and there's no need for one.
This call
on the
coming
other
from the
side of
past.
things, yeah, I know, it's weird. It's crazy. On the other side of things, though, my wife teaches college as a math teacher, and to hear the bureaucracy at a school and the liberal ridiculously, like, it is like a time machine.
Wow.
I can't even believe it.
Well, when radio got the Human Resources Department, I was what? Human Resources
Radio.
We're a bunch of idiots.
Because there's no balance. Like, it's intended, because, look, women in a long time, look, you find out your wife for years, the boss was rubbing his dick on the back of her knuckles. Like, guys were pieces of shit to women. So there's, like, a balance between being that and the hypersensitivity. It's like, we're not a balanced country. We're just a bunch of reactionary assholes. Like, I don't want people to be harassed at work. Like, you should be able to go to work without having to deal with that shit. But if a guy hangs up a sexy calendar or forwards a joke, it's like no one ever just tells sensitive people, shut the fuck up.
It's no tolerance, Jimmy. It's all about no tolerance.
And it's
whatsoever.
lawsuits. It's all lawsuits. Companies are sick of getting sued and losing.
So they tell you, take it down, don't do that, and then the whole day you're bored. Bored shitless.
When I walk around these halls, I just nod at women. I just nod.
Uncomfortable. I take my thumb, I lick it, and I shove it up their asses as hard as I can. And then I go, hardy har har. Yeah. I've never had one complaint yet. They don't go to HR.
Someone who worked for Letterman 18 years ago. What's up?
Yeah, well, I was talking to you guys just a second ago when Anthony told me to fuck off and hung up on me.
Oops.
But I spent a year working on Letterman's show when he was dating Merrill Marco, who was a producer, and he was absolutely nothing but nice and sweet to her, the crew. You hear stories, but it really doesn't matter. The other thing is what Walter said is so correct. I mean, you meet people in the workplace, and where else are you going to find people? Where else are you going to date people?
We said that
And then-
too. Especially someone like Letterman who's so isolated. He can't just wander around Manhattan.
Everyone recognizes him.
He's going to go to a bar and just hang out.
Yeah,
he totally travels in a bubble. He doesn't have an entourage. He likes to slip in and out unnoticed without anybody, knowing who he is. And then I worked at CBS for 18 years, and I had an opportunity to work on the show over there because I moved networks where, long before he did. But the same thing held true. You meet people in the workplace, and who gives a damn? First of all, it's between him and his wife.
Yeah.
He wasn't legally married. There were no legal documents. It's a moral issue. And if you're going to comedians for moral issues, you got to have your head examined.
That's like going, you might as well go to a terrorist for raspberry jam.
That's right, Anthony.
Or Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Guy throws in the wrong reference.
That's right, Danny.
But the one thing, everyone is acting shocked over this Letterman thing.
Yes, he rock.
People are shocked about that?
What's that, Kenny? I couldn't hear you.
But basically, when you get a job, that's the first place, if you're single, especially, where you're looking for pussy.
That's where you're looking.
That's the first place you look.
Because that's where you're spending most of your fucking time with other people.
Day one, you look around and go, wow,
Where pussy?
You start looking around like, she would be nice to do whatever, right?
Hey, where are the white women at?
Exactly.
And then it goes from that where you try that circle, And then if you're doing happy hour with people from the workplace, now you're looking at the friends of the people you work with.
Yes.
It's worked like that since the beginning of fucking working.
Exactly.
You guys have no idea how much skirt is in the networks, and the networks hire all of these fresh out of Brown, fresh out of Princeton, all of these hot-looking women. They don't know jack shit about the entertainment business or anything about news, but they are there to be yes people, and they can be taught. So that's why they hire these people. And these people, you can walk around NBC or ABC with a perpetual stiffy.
I got to admit, I had an okay line, but now it's way too long.
No, it's not.
And you heard a million times.
No, it's
when
not.
When he was using the fresh out of line, I was going to go, can you say fresh out of diapers to make Anthony happy as well?
Oh.
But now it doesn't work because
Sure it does.
now we're 3 minutes past where
What's wrong with
I
that?
should have used it because this guy didn't want to shut up.
Oh, he's sweet.
He is a chatty little Kathy.
He doesn't know any better.
He's been around.
No, some nice insight from you, sir.
Thank you, boys. Punching out.
All right.
There he goes.
John saying the Michael Vick Nike deal is the same deal that every other player in the NFL has.
Yeah, it's probably just, they didn't want to be a big deal. They want to, all right,
Trying to downplay it a little bit.
I have no
right?
idea what I'm talking about. I just talked. My mouth just opened and words came out with no value, as usual.
John on Long Island.
Yeah, how you doing? I just want to let you guys know you can still have fun at work.
Yeah?
This guy at work, construction worker, got caught banging an apprentice in the machine room. And he didn't get fired. And he was banging her all over the building, and nothing happened.
Well, maybe she didn't care.
Yeah, maybe.
It's a tough situation, I guess, because she's an apprentice. She's beneath him. He was the foreman, so.
I would love
nothing
to.
happened.
my friend.
We should talk to human resource people. Try to understand their world.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Craig Ferguson on Letterman. You like the Craig Ferguson?
I never watched him.
I don't watch the Craig Ferguson.
He does aight.
No, that accent bothers me on
Really?
him. Like other people, it's fine.
I know.
I
know.
Does he talk about vaginas?
And what's the one?
The hymen.
No, the freckle. What is that one?
Ah, beggar in the frickle.
I know.
I know.
I know.
I know.
I know.
Well, I guess by now you've all figured out how I got the job. Oh, man. I mean, just for a second, put yourself in my position. If you don't know, I'm sure you already know, David Letterman, the king of late-night television, unless you believe the NBC press release, the king of late-night television, got himself into a little bit of a situation which he's, dealing with, and he's my boss. And my job is to, take the #1 news story of the day and, have a bit of fun with it. Imagine your boss. See, so your boss is caught with his. No, that's a bad example.
That's a tough spot for Craig Ferguson. That's a good way to handle
something, but
what's really strange is Conan O'Brien hasn't, unless he started making the jokes last night. But last
I
week,
didn't hear anything.
Last week he wasn't really doing anything on this.
I didn't hear.
What's
nothing.
that about?
I didn't hear nothing.
What do you think, Jimmy?
Honestly, don't know why. He doesn't seem very confrontational. I think he should have addressed it. There's a way to address it without trashing Letterman.
Yeah.
I think you should.
Wait, stop it. Your boss is caught in a situation which he or she, because ladies can be bosses too. I look forward to your letters. You're the person that you work for, the person you admire and respect is caught in an embarrassing situation, and your job is to be funny about that whilst trying to keep your own job. So this is my last show.
Not bad, right? Continue or you want to?
Yeah, sure.
That's not bad.
Keep going?
Yeah.
I know,
say
he
this.
lost me. kidding.
I will say this. If we are, just it occurs to me, if we are now holding late night talk show hosts to the same moral accountability as we hold politicians or clergymen, I'm out. I'm gone. Because I don't think I've kept it a secret from you that I have a few incidents in my own past. But I made the smart move. I wrote them down in a book.
There you go. That's good. There's more, but we get the point.
Yeah. Get the point. Get the point.
The pert.
Yeah, the point. Yeah, it's a big story, but I don't know. The way Dave's handling it, I don't really see it turning into anything bigger than this. A few more details come out. This guy's, for his extortion, gets in trouble. Dave skates. What they could do? Fire him? No. No. He's fine.
No.
Oh, he's fine.
Let me go to Tony in Los Angeles. Tony.
Hey, boys.
Hey.
What's going on? Hey, I work for a company that has two brothers, and one of the brothers is doing the HR, and then the other one is doing his secretary, and now the secretary is my boss.
Sounds very sordid.
Yeah. Sounds like a web of intrigue.
Well, she's doing another employee now, too, that works with me.
Oh.
Jesus, where do you work? At the Bunny Ranch? Everybody's just putting their dicks in anything that moves or doesn't. If it ain't nailed down, I'll fuck it. That's what I say.
Just did.
You bet I did.
I'm just stalling because we got something.
What?
Virus?
Should we bring out the virus?
No, I think the virus is a once a day kind of guy.
Yeah, what do we got?
Jesus.
I'm going to go pee.
Fucking virus.
Oh, we got something.
What?
We just got something. We got a little something.
Clap? Chlamydia? The herp? What do we got?
Chlamydia?
Oh.
Clap?
Chlamydia.
We got something.
One's relatively new, right?
Got it where?
It's been around a while.
What? We got something.
Let's do it.
Look, here comes the something.
Oh, wait, I see, Samuel walking up. He's holding something.
He's got something.
He's holding something that looks covered.
Well,
in a black little...
Dude, you're not going to believe
well,
this.
we know it's not my cock and a hooker.
You're right, it's covered. You're not going to believe this, but I bought Ted Williams' head.
Wow.
Here it is.
Ted Williams' head.
Sam is bringing in Ted Williams' head.
If you put that on my... Let me move my kiss pictures, Sam.
Yeah, you don't.
Whatever it is, I don't
put
want
right
it there.
on top of there. It's just show prep. I never use it.
No, it's obvious.
What is
This is for you, Anthony.
Oh my God.
We were supposed to
You
do
put
this
a dirty
yesterday.
shirt over the cake that we're going to eat?
What are you doing?
It's a clean shirt. It's brand new.
Oh my goodness! Look, it's a little cake.
Yep.
It said, "After all these years, free at last," and it's a picture of a ball and chain.
Yeah.
Or not picture. It's an actual ball and chain on the cake. It's like one of these designer cakes.
That's right.
And then inside the clamp that would go around my ankle, because the ball and chain is almost actual size, is a little version of me with my pants down. I'm on my tummy with my on my knees with my pants down and my heinies up in the air, and money is coming out of my ass.
That's great.
Yes, my anus, money, and I see I have a little holster on, and my gun is on the floor. So that's an inaccuracy. I would never unholster my gun like that.
Of course not.
Wouldn't come out. No. And that's it. And that's for my freedom from my checks that I have to had to send the ex because it's over. Yes, sir. Yes, Mars.
The holster is not on the floor. It's the gun.
Yeah, I know. I said I'm wearing a holster and the gun is on the floor, and that's inaccurate because I would never have. I would never lose the gun out of the holster. That's
No, of course
that's a
not.
No.
That's really good.
But that's good. I like the.
Tell them where we got it.
You like?
Where'd you get it?
Tell them where we got
Oh,
it.
the
Mars.
chain is broken.
Tell them where the cake came.
Tell them.
Cake came from my wife. Her website is cakesbykelly.com.
Kelly?
Cakes.
Oh, Cakes by Kelly. Cakes is a K?
Yes. Both 2 Ks.
Oh, so cakes is misspelled.
Yes.
All right.
That's perfect.
Why wouldn't
for
you just
Mars
have
and his
Cakes by
wife.
Kelly regular? Is that taken?
Yes, that was taken.
He didn't know that cakes was misspelled until we just told him, by the way.
Yeah. Uh-oh. I thought it was cakes with a K.
Let's have him say stuff.
Like?
What do you want him to say? Do you finally know David's last name?
Duchovny.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
You got that.
wow,
All right.
you got it now.
The motorcycle show.
Sons of Anarchy.
So did what flavor cake is that?
Raspberry and vanilla.
You don't like raspberry?
I love raspberry.
Jimmy?
I'm gonna
Jimmy
try it,
made a
but-
face.
No, it sounds good.
Why were you making a face? Oh, he's made another face. That's the Welcome Home Uncle Joey cake. Back to the Future.
Yeah, that was a good one for your birthday.
That's good. Look at that. Money coming out my ass.
I just tweeted the pic
Felt
because
like-
everyone's yelling at me. Tweet the fucking
That's what it
cake.
felt like.
It's on the way, boys and girls. Opie Radio on Twitter. Here's your story of the day as we cut up that cake. Thought we'd do a little something
Yes.
for you, Aunt. Here is your story of the day. A tragic attack in, I think, Florida.
Yes, I
These
heard about
5 raccoons may look innocent in home video, but neighbors around here fear them.
When does a raccoon look innocent? You're always like on guard when you see a raccoon.
They're
no?
adorable.
Do you have raccoons at your house?
Oh, I used to at the last house I was at.
Huh?
He's going to go make weebies. I used to have a raccoon at the house that I lived at before this house. And it used to invade the garbage pail in the
Right.
back. But I didn't have garbage pails. I had like these underground little metal hatches. And you open it up and throw your garbage down there. And
Where was this?
Great Neck, I guess.
Oh, okay.
And then the garbage guys would come around the back of the house and lift the pails out of the ground.
Sure.
So there weren't like garbage pails all over the neighborhood. But the little raccoon would try to lift it up, and I'd hear like clang, clang, clang. And then I went to the back door, and I'd look, and there he was with his little hand and his little crook little burglar mask trying to open it up. And it was adorable.
With his little human-like hand.
Yes.
It's creepy.
The thing is, when you're inside, it's fine behind a glass door.
Right.
But they are not to be petted or
not at
or
all.
backed into a corner. Then they get a little rambunctious.
Well, there was a problem with the raccoons down in Florida.
Yeah.
These 5 raccoons may look innocent in home video, but neighbors around here fear them after the gang attack that Sheriff Grady Judd says filleted 74-year-old Gretchen Whitted.
They viciously attacked her. I mean, she has large gaping wounds on her legs.
And Christy Turner can testify to the gruesomeness of the injuries.
There was blood everywhere, and she had a gash on the back of her head. Her legs were just open, exposed.
But what scares Turner?
I have 3 little children, and, you know, it's nothing to walk at night at 5 o'clock.
The raccoons are still on the run. The sheriff's department put out 12 traps in the yards of people living around here and in storm drains because this is where the raccoons ran after attacking Whitted. Once the animals are caught using cat food to lure them into traps, the sheriff says they'll be euthanized and then tested for rabies.
Quite frankly, we're frightened that if they're comfortable with this conduct, what's to stop them from attacking again?
And another attack is Turner's worst nightmare, who couldn't imagine seeing one of the neighborhood kids shredded like Whitted.
We used to be able to let the children
Shredded.
just play in the backyard, and I just don't feel safe doing that anymore. It's just scary.
One way or the other, the sheriff says they're getting these raccoons.
One way or,
Or
another.
another.
They're going to get him. They're going to get him, get him, get him, get him.
I don't understand why we kill animals for doing what they're supposed to do. Kill things.
Well, they got to
That's
test
all-
for rabies.
You can't test for rabies if they're alive or something,
No,
right?
you got to take their brain out, and that's the only way you can tell
They
by
haven't
testing
figured out the
their
rabies
brain
test to
tissue.
make it a little
little
nicer on everyone.
It's almost like the old test they gave to see if you were a witch.
Right.
They would dunk you in water, and if you drown, you were innocent. So it is kind of like that thing. They got to cut out the brain, see if he's got rabies. So there is a raccoon fucking a beagle.
Is that real?
It's gotta be.
The best picture I think I've ever seen on the internet is a deer trying to hump a Weimaraner. The plant member's not happy about it.
No.
They're smart animals. He knew it was coming.
Jimmy, 5 raccoons.
I didn't ball that lady. I was right by, yeah.
Yeah, so now they got to kill all the raccoons.
Good. Fucking the nasty animals.
They're adorable.
What? If they were cute, you would say don't kill them?
No, they're aggressive, though. They're shitty. They kill pets. Fuck raccoons.
They just waddle around looking for food.
Give me a list of animals we should kill. Rats?
Yeah, roaches.
Roaches?
Oh, if we're going into bugs, oh my God, that's
No
not
bugs.
a happy bug.
Animals.
And it's a male.
What
It's
is
a
that?
male dog.
It's a Weimaraner being humped by
fucked by a young deer.
Get the fuck out of here. That guy.
And
That's
it's
a fake
going,
deer.
All right, we should kill all rats, all raccoons.
Rats go.
How about
not raccoons? I'm not.
Not all raccoons,
They're
no.
too cute.
Well, I'm saying all. I mean, we're saying get rid of the fucking
Rats.
species.
Okay, then just rats
Kinkajous.
and roaches.
I want to kill all the kinkajous.
What about possums?
Old possums.
Every possum should go?
Yeah, possums are ugly as shit and worthless.
Possums.
They're like giant rats. They don't bother me, though.
Nah, they're disgusting looking.
How about
Kangaroos, definitely.
kangaroos?
What a kangaroo.
Because their hopping makes me dizzy.
Aren't they the rat of Australia? Didn't
They're
someone once
giant-
tell us?
No,
they're-
that was like the opossum.
They're not as cute and
Possums
cuddly
fucking suck.
like everyone thinks. They're like.
They're real. Wow, did you blast
I
one
almost
out?
fell down.
God.
What about skunks? Speaking of
Nah,
smell.
they're cute, though, man.
Skunks are cute. They stink if you fuck with them, like Jimmy.
They have no ability to defend themselves other than their little heinies.
Well, that's a pretty good ability to defend yourself.
That's just like Jimmy.
Right.
He has no ability to defend himself except for his hiney.
The skunks get scared, Jimmy.
They get very frightened.
Push the fear out. Wow, that's
Yes,
a
they
bad one.
do.
You know what? Where's Sam? We got to play the beep game with the coon story real fast.
Yam.
Get a laugh out. Thank you for that
Oh.
suggestion there. Whoever you were, it's now long gone.
Jimmy did.
Sam better run his ass down that hall.
I want to try that ugly cake.
It's right there for the taking.
It looks like it's armor plated, though.
A teeny piece.
Is that like
She makes good cakes.
Yeah.
It's like a model, more than a cake.
All right. What the fuck?
It's like a paper mache cake.
See, it's yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't think you're supposed to eat that. That's the thing.
What?
I think
the
you
cake?
can if you want.
Yeah, but it's
so.
Yeah, it's just more decoration.
Oh,
than
you're supposed to
anything.
get that shit off of it?
There's a shirt on it.
Huh?
Come on.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
He
Fuck it.
gets so
I don't know
upset.
what to do.
You're making us all nervous.
I don't know what I'm doing, Gregory. Trying to cut a delicious piece of breakfast cake.
Any good? Yeah.
Yeah. That is good, actually.
It's good cake.
Of course it is.
Cake with
What's
a
wrong
K,
with cake,
by the
Jimmy?
way.
No, it's actually good.
It has 2 Ks.
Yeah, cake. K-A-K-E.
What job and how much?
What do you think? The eucalyptus leaf eating koala bear.
Should they go?
Yeah, they're not cute. Those noses are really stupid looking.
They look like, what, like nails or something?
Snap on.
Big, huge fucking nose.
Yeah, big beady red eyes.
Koala, by the way, is the most mispronounced word in the fucking English language.
Really? How is it pronounced?
Koala!
Koala.
I did not know that. Thank you, Ted.
Oh, Ted.
Oh, this is.
No, Ted calls it, it's a beautiful cola. Cola bear.
Koala bear.
Let's say hi to Tony in Cleveland. Tony!
Hey, Ann.
Hey.
You think those fucking raccoons are so cute, man? They got this parasite that lives in their intestines,
Yeah.
and kids pick it up on the playground. And when it gets inside of an adult human, it starts eating their brain, their ocular nerves, and everything. Fun fact for the day.
That sounds fishy to me.
Yeah, certainly
Hey,
does.
that's
Sounds a
not
little
urban legend, man.
suspect.
Bravo,
It's
Sierra.
on that. It was on that Tiny Monsters or whatever on Discovery.
Ah, yeah. See, they try to.
There's a show called Tiny Monsters.
Jazz it
Yep.
up.
Really?
Some bullshit like that, yeah.
Oh,
Little
sounds
monsters.
Cool. I'd watch a show
Be a
called
show about
Tiny
children.
Monsters.
Yeah. Little rats.
Oh, people want to know about Under Protest, Ant. Linger Longer.
Oh, I have no idea. I don't know what that meant or means.
Nothing. It's done.
So
Why don't you try on your cake, Ant? We brought it in for you.
Have a piece of fucking cake.
I'm not hungry. I ate my bagel and turkey sandwich like a good boy. I don't eat cake.
You don't like cake? You like
I'm not a
cakey,
big
not flaky.
cakey. Sometimes
Or flaky,
I like
not
cakey.
Cakey, not flaky, right?
Yeah, I like cakey, not flaky, which would mean then I would like something like a muffin instead of like an apple turnover.
Right. Is Sam doing the beep game? Because that's what we're stalling for, and then we're going to
He
get the fuck
is.
out of here. He is?
Yeah, then we could do that.
Good, right?
It's not bad. Yeah.
The cake's all right there?
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
I think we did everything we could possibly do today.
Did we?
Letterman.
We were good.
Obama pitches healthcare reform with a bunch of doctors at White House. What? Hey, Danny, what's this BET founder thing mocking the Virginia governor candidate?
She was making a speech somewhere, and she's endorsing her candidate, and apparently, I guess the guy that's running against this guy in Virginia has a stutter.
Oh, really?
And then so she's addressing a crowd, and then this is what she had to say about it.
Oh, shit.
The next is communication. We need someone who can really communicate. And Bob McDonnell can communicate. The other people that I talked to, and especially his opponent, they're all through my interview with him. He could not articulate what needed to be done. All right, so communication is hugely important.
Oh, wow, is she fucked?
That bombed.
Wow, you heard somebody go, oh. You know something? Yeah. He should just turn around and fucking just start ragging on her awful tits or something.
Wow.
Just now it's fair game. Now you can say anything.
She's right to make fun of that, though. If you're a politician who stutters, you should be made fun of and mocked. 'Cause you're a fucking asshole.
What does she look like? Let me get a look. Oh, she's the BET founder?
Yes, she
Well,
is.
then there's plenty of other things he can mock then, I
right.
guess. And where is, wow, that is the whitest, lightest black woman I've ever seen in my life. I might trip up and actually make an inappropriate joke in front of her.
Yep.
That is Sheila Johnson.
That's always my fear.
She needs to be roasted.
Is that I'm going to say something, and then turn around and go, what? I thought you were, on our side. You were on our team.
The side of white, which is right.
She is not black.
She looks black.
Nah, you know what? She's not black enough.
You have
She
to be-
must be shunned in the community.
You have to be black enough?
Yeah, she's not quite black enough. Where's the stuttering politician? What does he look like?
I'll have to pull up. I'll have to find his name.
Is he a black guy?
I would
Yo,
bet a lot
so-and-so
of
for
money.
Congress.
If they
I spent a lot of money. He was a black guy. Andy in Michigan. What's up, Andy?
Hey guys, back on the animal thing. I think you should get rid of the horn screamer.
Remember that fucking horn screamer? Do you remember that horn screamer?
Yes.
I might have audio of the horn screamer. Let me take a
Sheila
look here.
Johnson. What's his name? Deeds?
It's a nice name.
If he's a black guy, she should be ashamed of. Oh, that's him. He's
Let me
just
see,
your
Craig.
Standard, all-American-looking white guy.
Do we have fucking audio of Craig Deeds?
I want to hear the Deeds talk.
Dirty
sure we can fix him up.
Deeds. Boo. I just tried a song.
I want to hear him address her and try to say a word that starts with N-I. Well, any word,
Like what?
Like nitpick.
Well,
And
there's
then
some
he could
there's some
be,
YouTube stuff. We could just see if we could play it until he starts stuttering. I guess.
All right.
If he does.
Probably doesn't even.
Now, one place we can't afford to run television ads in is Northern Virginia. This gives us an incredible boost in name recognition. It gives us a boost in credibility, and it's huge.
Do you now? This is obviously great day for your campaign, but you still 2 or 3 polls have come out in this past week that still show you trailing Mr. McAuliffe by double-digit margins, and the time is small, and the amount of resources that he has vastly superior to the amount of resources that you have. Can you still close that gap in the short amount of time that you have?
We can close that gap. We're planning on closing that gap. We're planning on winning the nomination on June 9th, and we're planning on being elected governor on November 3. There's another candidate out there that has the ability to buy this election. And if Virginia
not
is
that
for sale,
bad.
It's big A for
this
Congress.
nomination is for sale. he will make the purchase. There's no doubt about that. But if Virginians want to move forward in the tradition of Mark Warner and Tim Kaine, two great governors, if Virginians want to create opportunity and
communicate.
prosperity,
He's all right.
What's wrong with that
He
woman?
switches gears quick.
He's all right.
Yeah.
Imagine if he really tripped her in the State of the Union. Like Fonzie trying to say wrong.
She.
I think if he pauses, then he's going
What
to have
a
a lot of
bitch.
problems. Yeah.
What a bitch to bring that up.
They should absolutely be killed. The Hornswoggler.
And that's a happy one.
It's horrible.
That's a happy one. Just imagine.
That is horrible.
Get it agitated. That's when it's happy. Just
Oh.
enjoying the day.
And people have them just all day. They do that shit
all day long.
That's the worst sound ever.
That's what the virus hears when he's trying to come up with a punchline in his head.
Craig Deeds. You know, you're just a negative person.
Jesus. Like We're just waiting for Sam to do the beep game with the Coon story, and then we're going to get out of here. What are you promoting there, Jimmy? Denver, right?
Well, this Friday, Saturday, Denver at the Improv.
Oh.
Following weekend, Virginia Beach Funny Bone, October 15th through 17th.
What about Thursday at Leno?
Yeah, this Thursday, definitely doing Leno.
Yeah. We're going to do line of the day while we wait.
And my Buffalo first show sold out.
Nice.
So there's been
No
no show
way.
added.
How many seats? 50?
37, but that's with comps. It comes to 50.
Nice.
And Boston, I got 2 nights in November.
You better get tickets now.
Yes, they will sell
Where are you
out.
playing in Buffalo?
Town Ballroom.
Town Ballroom. Do I know that place?
First show's done. 10:30 shows
They
on
might have changed
sale.
the name. I don't know.
Townballroom.com.
What street?
Main
Nice.
Street. 681 Main Street.
Ooh, Main Street? I wonder if they fixed up Main Street. Last time I was there, Main Street was scary.
Titan.
Oof. Line of the day
Yeah,
time. Why not? Why don't we do that?
Line of the day.
How many we got there? 4 runner-ups.
4?
As
My
Sam works on the
goodness.
audio. Hopefully he'll have it in a couple minutes here.
Come on, Sam.
Here is a runner-up line of the day. Then I hear behind me as I'm having small talk with the doctor, enjoy your sleep. And just before they said enjoy your sleep, I thought I felt some kind of warm sensation. And then they said...
They're pissing on you.
Yeah, exactly. It's a bunch of Indian guys yelling "White Devil," tinkling on you.
That was a good one.
That happened today.
Yes, that was earlier in the day.
A little propofol humor. Here's another runner-up line of the day. And then there was one picture with a lot of green stuff. And that was my
Ew.
stomach. Like, that's totally normal. That's just your bile.
Ah, that's all the gook in there
Yeah,
that makes things dissolve.
It's weird
Turn
to
into shit.
It's stuff your friends have to deal with.
Fuckers. Ooh, look at Sam running.
Oh, look at him run. Look at this. Look. What a tool.
That's really how he runs?
How great would it be if he
know.
tripped and just fell through the window?
Oh, and
Sam, is that really how you
slit
run?
on the broken glass. We'd all laugh as his head tumbled in here.
You run
kicking
like-
around like fucking Ted Williams.
He runs like a cartoon character.
Not
Yeah.
competitively.
You do. Not
Is that really how you run?
Not competitively.
Why, you run differently?
Don't run competitively.
If I were to run competitively, I'd be much better.
Oh.
Sam, what's this?
It's a beef game with the raccoon that you wanted, the raccoon audio.
Oh, we asked for this?
Yeah, a few times.
Oh, okay. Let's take a listen. See if it's different if you put some beeps in it.
These 5 may look innocent in home video, but neighbors around here fear them after the gang attack that Sheriff Grady Judd says filleted 74-year-old Gretchen Whitted.
They viciously attacked her. I mean, she has large gaping wounds on her.
And Christy Turner can testify to the gruesomeness of the injuries.
There was blood everywhere. Her just open, exposed.
But what scares Turner
I have 3 little children, and it's nothing to walk at night at 5 o'clock.
What is it? What are you upset about?
Here's another runner-up line of the
That's where
day.
the beeps were.
Took you so long.
For that?
Exactly.
That's what you asked for.
And what about viciously beep?
That's where the beeps fit in. Trust me, I know my
Viciously
craft.
beep. Because then it would have been fucked.
Yep.
Yeah. Assaulted.
I'd have probably clipped raccoon down.
I mean,
and then just bleeped that, but left.
Yeah, but I mean, see,
you know what I mean? Like
I would have.
Beans.
I was thinking about taking out a syllable here and there.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
That might have been a little pushing it a little far, and I didn't want
So
my
we
name
do here.
attached.
That's what we do here.
I-
What's the
yes,
matter? You
but-
want to be able to go next door and
No, I would
fucking
like
do
to
the
be able
shows
to
over there.
continue
Maybe you're not
working
gonna be able to
here.
do the shows over here if you pay a little too much attention and not upsetting the people across the hall.
Because if someone were to get upset about that, I would assume that you guys would say, "Yeah, we didn't know. Sam just handed this."
Oh,
to
we
you."
would assume right.
Yes,
I would run like a fucking run for the hills.
You know
as
what they say when you assume, Anthony?
Oh, what is that, Ted?
Many mistakes are made. For you and me. Make errors.
Thank you, Ted.
You're welcome.
Here's another runner-up line of the day. Thank you, Sam.
He's spilling it.
That's who got mad at Perez.
Stop, you're spilling it. I wish he'd go out the same way. No one knew what I was talking about. You're spilling it.
Line of the daytime.
Fucking DDT all over his grandfather's dead body. You know, that was some industrial strength fucking
you bet it
bug
was.
killer back then.
In the 40s?
Oh, please.
Here's the last runner-up line of the day.
Let me tell you what I used to do in New Orleans. Yeah. Can you dig it? I knew that you could.
And this guy says he'd rather play
Can
his
you
own.
eat it? I knew that you could.
Poor hero.
Wait, can you play that one again? Here's what made me laugh so hard about that one. It was also when Ant goes, "Could you dig that? I knew that you could." Then he just went, "Ugh." Like it was so to himself.
Let me tell you what I used to do in New Orleans. Yeah. Can you dig it? I knew that you could.
And this guy says he'd rather play
Can
his
you
own.
eat it? I knew that you could.
Oh, I hate that Billy Crystal bit. Oh, do I hate it?
You don't like that?
Oh, it's the
good
worst thing. The worst thing I think I've ever seen a comic do. Aside from the normal, total hack comics. But, he's supposed to be good. Ugh.
Line of the daytime. Hit it.
I thought that was
Here comes
Line of the day?
Line of the day. Line of the day.
Well, if you heard about John and Kate.
No, what's going on with John and Kate, Virus?
Yeah, come on, Vi.
Well, John withdrew $2,300,000. Virus is going to have to go and spread more hilarity tomorrow.
All right, Virus gets the line of the day. That's got to make him happy. It's for being a retard. But
2,300,000. What a what a blithering idiot.
Can't wait for his appearance tomorrow. Or maybe we rest him. I don't know. We'll
No,
see.
we don't rest him.
Yeah, we probably will rest him.
Oh, you want to rest him?
We really should, because, unlike everything else, maybe we shouldn't.
Oh, you don't want to run him into the ground?
Yeah, we shouldn't run this one in the ground.
Like walking normally does?
It has potential.
Run him into the ground.
All right, guys, later. Bye.